found a gold key to get deeper into the tomb, climbed up a very dangerous pit full of spinning blades, found another puzzle of dwarf heads with holes in them, fought a mini tentacled monster, and decided it was finally time to rest for a bit. Oh yeah, by the way, Phil, I don't think your HP is right. I think you need to take 40 more damage. Or because you had to leave right at the end of that fight, and then you got attacked one more time.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are in a rough way. Maybe not four, no. 30 more damage, sorry. I did my math wrong.
Okay, yes, 11 health instead of 1. That's better.
Yeah. Um Now we'll go back to Carrick. Since you didn't get any of your downtime, we'll just kind of do that. Like I said, there was an item called the Transportoscope available, which allows you to it's a telescope that allows you to teleport places based off of distances you roll for it. So anything within 200 feet, you can immediately focus on and take up to 5 people with you.
So sorry, you're giving me back downtime. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's because everyone else got to do a little bit of stuff, so I didn't want to
Okay.
exclude you. So there's this item available that can teleport you easily within 200 feet. At 500 feet, or above that to 500 feet, is a DC 15, and above that to 1,000 feet is a DC 20. On a failure of those rolls, there are consequences. So that was like, how much was it? Like 3,000 to 5,000, somewhere in there.
And this
So
is
and
what is is it like used once a day? Like what is the
yes, this is once a day use.
Once a day? 3,000? It's kind of a lot. But what is it?
You would also have spells available that you could probably get up to a 5th level spell from this guy.
A 5th level spell. Oh man.
So you can think about that.
Okay.
I like to think that he just poofed back like as we were leaving, and we just didn't even think to turn around. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm going back to town to go shopping."
He comes back the next day and goes, "Oh." But not. I would not say every 5th level spell. Like if you wanted to get a spell, we would probably roll on a random table to see what he has available.
Okay. Why don't we roll just so I know what to think about?
Okay. Let me get the correct book for this.
I'll always get more spells. I don't have enough.
Hey, you gotta get to 100. Okay, how about you just roll 3d20.
10, 12, 9.
10, 12, and 9. Okay. So I will say with the 12, he doesn't have any 5th level spells. He would, since your highest one was only 12. He does have some 4ths. Specifically, greater invisibility is the one that's available. Oh, he does have a 5th, actually, because I've already said this before. He does have Rary's telepathic bond.
Rary's?
Rary's. It might just be under telepathic bond in the
yeah,
in that.
Okay.
And then I'll give there's a 3rd level spell. He'll have gaseous form. 2nd level, gust of wind. And 1st level, expeditious retreat. That's what's available to you. So
okay.
Think about that. You can decide at your leisure.
Okay. Yeah, let's not hold us up while I like Google what all these things are.
Yeah. And from that, the first and second level spells cost 100 to 500 gold. The third and fourth cost 1,000 and 3,000.
Okay. And you
For-
how much did the
for-
telepathic bond cost?
The telepathic bond would be 4,000.
4,000. Okay.
It gets spendy at higher levels.
Yeah, as it should.
No. It would be the same. It'd be 3,000. 30. I'll say 3,500.
Okay.
I'll drop that. Okay. But before that, as you think about that, you have some things happen to you. You shifted again. This time, it's still to an impossibly cold place, but no snow is falling and buildings surround you. Roll a perception check. Uh, 14. Even with that, you recognize this place as East Haven in Icewind Dale. The city that you got the cauldron for from the hag many months ago. And now, make a dexterity saving throw.
Bam. Nat 20.
Oh, nat 20. So you are going to take damage, but a lot less. 1 second. You take you take 15 points of damage as a searing white beam of what kind of seems like light, but is some level of fire, shoots down the center of this thoroughfare that you've now found yourself in and clips the side of you.
Jesus. With a nat 20, I got 15 points of damage.
Yeah, well, that's half of the damage. You halved it.
Damn.
And looking up, you immediately see a giant metallic, like almost like construct of a dragon land as a bunch of guard and just city people run out to go try to start attacking this. What do you do? Or go ahead and just it's your turn. What do you do? As the dragon just lands and starts attacking with a bunch of people
and the
around.
dragon is what got me.
The dragon is what got you. Yeah, you see like the little bit of smoke coming out of like almost like a grate of a face, like the mask of a helmet.
I mean, I guess I'm fighting this dragon. I don't know.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do right here.
How far away is the dragon?
Probably. Let's see. It shoots. That was from a 120-foot line. We'll say you were in probably 60 feet away, where it landed.
60 feet away.
Yeah, there's parts of the buildings that are kind of on fire. Looking around with that 14, you see that like some of the buildings are already dilapidated, but they look long dilapidated. Not like this is just from this attack. That maybe these attacks have been happening regularly.
Okay. Do I have a sense of the strength of this creature? Like, do I feel like me and all of these guards have any hope of this thing, or am I aware enough to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna fuck us all up?
I would say make a what is a pride check?
A pride check.
I mean, this seems like if you were here with the rest of your group, seems like something that you would trust.
I gotta step away just a quick sec. I got a AC guy that just showed up, so be right back.
Like something that you could take with your full support and some planning, but in this situation,
Yeah.
you're kind of at a loss. You just teleported here. This is it's probably about 25 feet long, 30 feet long. It's big. It looks like a big siege weapon that just blew radiant fire at you.
Okay. Well, in that case, I put my earmuffs on.
Okay.
And maybe I like step behind something and just like try to focus on like teleporting back.
So you take no action besides trying to focus?
I kind of like, yeah, I like step. Is there anything for me to step behind?
Yeah,
Like,
I would
yeah.
say make a hide check. Make a
Mm.
stealth check. That would be, if you're trying to hide behind something, that would be what your turn is.
Ugh.
You look and you stand behind a light post. Yeah, I mean, this thing is not the smartest, but it still sees that.
Okay.
We'll go. A bunch of guards go up there with the spears and start hitting it, and you watch it just like almost. One of them it just snaps off as it hits the hide, which is just this black, shiny, metallic armor around this thing. Like you are smart enough to put together that this is not a natural dragon. This is like a robot dragon, some construct made by something.
Okay.
And with that, it is going to take its turn. It needs to roll a d6 to see if it charges its breath weapon back. On a 5, it does. Make another dexterity saving throw as that, like those wisps of white fire kind of like coalesce back inside, and it shoots out this beam down this thoroughfare. You're in the middle of hiding behind a lamppost.
Does would counterspell do anything for this or no?
No, this is an ability. This is not a spell it's casting.
Okay.
This is no good, dude.
Trying to kill me here in this other
In
plane?
this other dimension. Uh, 35 points of damage.
Yeah, okay.
Are you still alive?
I am alive.
Okay.
For
Back
one
to
more
your turn.
turn.
Back to your turn. So, yeah, this you watch as two of the people in front of you that were stabbing at it are just completely incinerated. And then your pole does not do anything to protect you.
Okay.
Well, I would say at this time, though, the dragon does start taking flight again. So it's probably about 15 feet, 30 feet off the ground.
Okay. I Sorry, this is possibly the last turn before I die, so I'm trying to is there anywhere within 30 feet of me that I can Misty Step that will be a better hiding place?
Yeah, there you could get down an alleyway of a house that you would be out of eyesight.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Okay, yep. So you do that and are just standing there breathing very hard.
Yeah, I'm hiding. Should I roll another stealth check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check. Very not a high DC. Yeah, you're fine. You are able to escape. It's dark. It's you like as you remember, like light has not shone in Icewind Dale in 2 years. It's dark as hell all the time. And after this fire going through, there might be some like flickering boxes and things like that, but it's still snow ridden and that. So you're able to duck into the alleyway. And as you are running, you misty step into the alleyway. And now I would like you to make another dexterity saving throw.
What are you doing to me?
As you. Oh no. As you misty step, you're expecting to land back on the snowy ground. You're actually look at the ground. It is snowy, but not the same amount of snow as you land and fall through a hole, no longer surrounded by buildings but trees, and you pachinko down all the way down this 60-foot hole about and land weirdly right next to your. I'll say, Christopher, make a perception check to see if you hear something as this happens. No, both you and Felix. You don't notice anything. Felix, you go, something's coming from above. Do you do anything?
I look up.
Look up. As you look up, you see Carrick plummet from the ceiling. And with your dexterity saving throw, you're going to take 4 points of damage as you land on your back off the side of this well, hitting this big rocky creature with a bunch of tendrils, and are laying in a crypt next to your friends.
Nice. Well, I am alive.
Good.
Yeah,
Everyone's taking a little rest at this point.
I imagine I'm just like absolutely dumbfounded. Like I just landed in a cave after being absolutely fucked up. I get up, I'm still wearing my earmuffs. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyone do anything as your friend suddenly appeared? There's now like a Carrick-sized hole through the ceiling. He just essentially did what you guys did, but as he reappeared, just fell through some like foliage that used to maybe be like a sun-domed window to let light and water into this well. And he looks messed up. He's like the hem of his cloak is just gone. It's just like a patch about that big. It's just gone. Like a little like smoldering flame is still on it.
I think I'm just gonna ask where he's been. Because he's kind of disappeared. Glad to have you back though.
I'm gonna use my wand of scowls on him.
Okay, make a what, a charisma saving throw? Pretty sure that's what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. A 3 is gonna fail no matter what.
Yeah.
And you immediately you look at your fucked up friend like, where have you been? And he just flicks it at you, and you are in an immediate frown. And you don't know if that's him telling you that I was in a very sad place, or he is mad. But you are all back together again in the middle of a short rest. So if you want to, go ahead and everyone take a short rest. Is that all you do? Is just flick your wand and then fall asleep?
I think I don't even say anything. I think I'm annoyed by that question, and that's all I do.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead, roll your hit dice. Who's the most beat up? This is the most beat up I think the party's ever been.
I have 11 points.
Belle also has 11. Felix is at 26. And with the nicest HP total, Christopher has 69.
Nice.
Wow, okay. That's pretty good. 9, 18, 27, 31.
You rolled max on 3 of them?
That's crazy. I'll take that.
You guys take an hour as you are all sitting here, just kind of like taking a break. You do notice, like, in the body of the giant roper, or we'll call it the roper, the pit guardian that's kind of like slumped over the well. One of the tendrils, like, kind of as the body starts to relax, drops a stone key on the floor that you now have. So, stone key it had been holding in its small hand.
Cool. Grab the stone key. Got it.
So if we had continued doing Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, you would have fought that dragon. But now, since you aren't there, the dragon's running amok.
Oh no!
Maybe some other hero should have taken care of it, you know?
Maybe Craig's out there. Craig's out there rallying the troops, and
I don't know that he is. Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. Craig seemed pretty ambivalent about things.
He also, at the very beginning of the adventure, jumped down like a 20-foot hole.
Yeah.
Like that. So
he didn't have a good sense of self-preservation.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with all your hit dice rolled, or whenever you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I think the long rest button will do it, but just so I don't forget, when you take your next long rest, you only get half of those back. So, you don't get all of them. Also, yeah. I think that's like one of 2 short rests we've ever taken in this game.
I know.
Maybe three, but no, that hasn't been very many times.
I think the last short rest, I was like trying to be conservative with my hit dice, but like we take them so rarely, it's like, no, we're going to use all the hit dice.
That's a great point.
Listening to some things in Critical Role recently, I'm like, yeah, they never take a short rest. Like the thought of losing an hour to them is like more important than their health.
I think it's because most of the time, well, especially in like Critical Role, those shows, they don't do 6 to 8 encounters a day.
No, they play it very much. You could have 1 encounter in 3 episodes.
Yeah, whereas like this place that we're in has been encounter after encounter after encounter.
It's very different than how we've normally done.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, when we did Death House, we took 3 short rests in that house.
I had to allow that, or you would definitely have died.
Yeah, we would have died. And this one, and this is built. It's also like you're in a trapped tomb that no one's been seen forever. you should feel relatively safe taking a short rest here.
Yeah.
So, just interesting, different ways of playing the game. And none of you are a warlock. If one of you was a warlock, we'd be taking a short rest every 5 minutes.
I am a
That's
warlock.
how you get your spells back. Oh, you are a warlock, but you have enough other things that aren't warlock.
Right.
Okay.
That means I do get my spell slot back, which is nice.
Yes, you do get. Yeah, one of the ones you lose. So yeah, make sure you take your spell slots back. If you used Arcane Recovery, Carrick, you can get those back as well. All right. So you are in a room with the well in the middle. It's like I said before, like it's very dark. So your normal dark vision doesn't quite expand as far as it normally does. So like you're not seeing out to the full 30 to 60 feet. You're seeing more like 20 feet in front of you. But you would know that there is a door to your left and a hallway to the north. West and north.
Yeah, there's a hallway heading north, and then there's a door to the west. I don't think I don't think we decided which way we wanted to go last time. So
no, this is.
How about we let Carrick decide? How long does the Wand of Scowls last? Am I still scowling? Oh, okay. We're good. Why don't you decide, Carrick?
Sorry, I was seeing how long the Wand of Scowls lasts. Yeah, only 1 minute. Sorry, what am I deciding?
You want to go north or you want to go west through the door?
I just got here. I don't even know where. What are we doing? What?
Okay, so just to catch you up, we've been in this tomb. We found all the things that led us to this side of the tomb that allowed us to get in here because the door was locked. So we had to find a bunch of like artifacts or some shit. So we found all those, and now we're in here, and now we're trying to figure our way out of this tomb essentially.
And
then
somewhere
to the south,
the poltergeist is laughing at us.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. And then to the south, there's a bunch of statues that are not lined up that I think we have to get lined up. Speaking of poltergeist, I'm running a game for some people at work called Mothership, and the bad dude is called a Boltergeist, which is an android. I made it an android named the Boltergeist, which I'm very happy about.
That's fun.
So are we going to kill this poltergeist? Is that what we're trying to do?
We have not found the poltergeist or the spirit or whatever. But yeah, some laughing woman's voice or something.
Not real floors that we've fallen through. Just kind of that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of traps. So we go north up the hallway. We go west through the door. And then again, like I said, there are statues. I think we need to figure out how to turn around so we can shoot an arrow or something through them. Because right now they're not all lined up the right way, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you discovered enough that there's like this. I'm just looking at each one of those stars. South is a statue, but all the statues have a hole in them, and the heads can rotate. So that's
we rotate them, or we need a lever or something.
No, like they can be hand rotated.
We just didn't do anything. We didn't do anything with them.
Yeah, you didn't investigate the door. You guys kind of looked at it and said, and then walked the other way.
We looked at it and said, oh, that looks a little dangerous. Let's go with the safer option. And then we got attacked by something out of a well that almost killed us all.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. I guess we could go south and rotate statues, but
let's go spin some heads.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, knowing that, and now with your smartest, you guys are all able to rotate the heads where it makes a clear pinhole all the way down to the door on the very south side. I would say as you get to that door, you would notice that there is an engraving on the door. I have 18 books out right now. There it is. On that, though, it says, through Inflade's guiding line, to reach the Miller King, you must align. 6 guardians stand firm and stout. The Water King's arrows strike, the rain devout. So.
He's got good aim. I can shoot an arrow. I can try to shoot an arrow. I have a
Try and
crossbow bolt.
shoot a crossbow bolt through all of it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Is that going to be an attack with my crossbow?
It'll be an attack roll. It goes straight through all the holes and then hits this plaque at the end and snaps. Yes, Cleric, you have the highest intelligence. Make an intelligence roll. I'll let Felix roll it as well as you shot the bolt. 2 people can roll this. The 2 smartest people can roll this. 24. Look at this guy. Well, not investigation, so it'd still be a 21. But what's your intelligence bonus plus 3?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I'm proficient, so yeah, it's plus 3. Oh, sorry, I did investigation. I should have done intelligence.
It's fine, but it's over 20 regardless. The thing that, as the bolt, you shoot your bolt and it snaps at the end, the thing from that little poem that you kind of hang on is the Miller King's arrow.
So we have to go find an
probably
arrow
think that you need
specifically.
to find,
Damn.
very similar to that golden key, you probably need to find some sort of thing to shoot here.
Okay. So we got to go find the actual arrow. Cool.
Of the Miller's King. By the way, you've been walking through this, you know relatively the history of this area. Like, you're from Zadash. This makes no sense. Like, you've never heard of any of these things that are being said. This is very, very old.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
sounds like me in person. I have no idea.
yeah. This is not attached to this world at all, and trying to fit it in was going to be a lot of effort on my part. So I'm saying it's just too old to remember.
Nice. Cool. Well, now we have another option. We could have a door here. We have a door where we just were, and we have a hallway.
Yeah.
Heading.
There's also the door to your left in this room. However, you don't. It's much like all the doors that you've seen. They're very thick, very intricate. There's no locking mechanism on this door specifically, but you've never tried forcing a door or anything like that.
Where
Use the
is
golden key yet?
Where's Christopher and Felix? I see Carrick by me, but I don't see the other 2. Where I want to make sure we're referring to the same doors.
Underneath you.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
There they are.
Okay. I was like, are we talking about the same doors? I want to make sure.
No, the golden key opened the door over here.
Right.
So
we can try and go through this door or unlock it or whatever. Why don't we?
So yeah, so we have we have this door. Yeah. This door and then the statue's door.
Somebody check for traps.
Why it hasn't been helpful so far. I can look.
Carrick's turn. Just push him to the front.
Am I checking for traps? Is that what's happening?
I guess we just gotta see if we can open the door, and if anything bad happens when we open it.
Okay. Hearing you guys talk about these traps, can I investigate for a trap on this door?
Yes. You definitively there are no traps, and as you like run this, you probably the biggest thing you notice that this door, um, like you like tap on it, it's very strong, and you think it's probably about 3 feet thick. It is a beefy door that would take a lot to open.
Is it locked or just heavy?
It is locked and heavy. So you would have to break a lock and force it open. So
do we want to even try, or do we want to try something else?
I mean, we're already here. Why don't we use one of the big boys to open the door? Try and open the door.
Every time we run into like something heavy, Thel is like that scene with Henry Cavill from Mission Impossible where he cocks his freaking biceps and walks up. Yes.
yeah, when he does the that movie rules. I was thinking about the newer Mission Impossible movies. They're so good.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
I think it was even more with Maverick. Like, I really didn't want to like that movie.
But it was good. But it just like
it was so good.
Fuck you, Tom Cruise.
So good.
Yeah, roll a strength check.
Just straight strength, or do you want athletics?
Do you want to pick the lock first, or do you want?
This would be athletics check.
Yeah, don't we need to pick the lock first?
There's no thing to pick the lock here.
No.
Oh, is it a magical lock?
No. From your 24 or 28, you would know that this is. You're pretty sure it's locked in some capacity, but like just because like moving on it, like, but maybe more like a bar on the back. I
have a spell I can use if
knock would not work on this.
Arcane lock would not work on this?
No, knock.
Oh, knock. That's right. Oh yeah, arcane lock is the opposite. My bad.
Yeah, no, this is you've put together, this is a sheer use of strength.
Oh, all right. Well,
to get through this.
Have at it, Fel. This is your thing.
That ain't it.
You're still just mildly recovering from that, and you just hear like a little pop in your lower back, and you say, "Okay, I gotta stop. Not my day." I will allow Christopher to also make a check if he wants to. You guys both have over 18 strength, so athletics.
What is it? Athletics?
That was poo-poo.
That sucks.
I rolled a 4.
No.
25. You come up and like after like seeing
being second fiddle to the strength in the strength game.
How do you open this door?
I think I used that. I like pushed Thel or something into it. Like I just kind of like I don't know, just like I don't know. Yeah.
I'd say
I reach around Thel and I pretend to be him and do it.
Yes, you full ghost open this door. You're oh man, and push the door open together in a loving embrace. Okay, well, the door's open now.
We just get the back end, the back door. We're on T15 now.
Yep.
Huh.
We go in here? Why not? Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, that looks like a.
So this is how, because everything's flat and everything has been on different levels, you guys come to the end of this edge. Where's T15? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You look down at a 45-degree angle. And it's going further than you can even possibly think to look. Like you see it just go, and it's just a 45-degree angle into darkness.
All right, so I'm tying my 3 hempen ropes together.
Okay.
I'm not getting into my silk ropes yet.
Okay, so we're at we'll take 5 feet. We'll just say it cuts off 5 feet for each to tie together. So you're at what? 45 times 3 is we'll just say 100, 130
130.
feet, or what? 135 feet of rope, and you just toss that and hold on to the end.
Yeah, I guess I'll just hold on to it and kind of
As you toss it out, make a perception check. You notice as the rope like hits the ground, it slides at a very rapid rate.
All right, we're doing a great bag of tricks. We're killing some animal cruelty. Let's
Okay, roll.
yay! Let's no giant elk. Oh jeez, what was that?
A dire wolf.
5, the panther. Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, panther, and you're telling the panther to go down the 45-degree angle?
We'll tie him up and get him a little harness and see.
Just from having not researched this recently, but 45 degrees is fucking steep.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like you always think like, oh, all mountains are 45-degree angles. Nah, like your steepest runs on most ski mountains are sitting maybe like 25 to 33.
Yeah.
When you're on a 45-degree run, you just look at it and go, what am I doing? I'm just jumping down and hoping I land on something. So
I'm gonna also tie like 5 feet up. I don't know, torch.
a torch up on it, so you have like a lantern
Gonna
going down.
see where it's going. Yeah, I don't want it to just like disappear into the darkness.
Yeah. Okay. Make a. And you're throwing the panther, or panther's gonna try and walk down.
Yeah.
Okay. The panther, at the moment it hits that incline, make a dexterity saving throw for it.
And that's something I can see, right? Or is that for it?
The panther is making the dexterity save.
What do I do for that?
Find panther stats.
It's like a dexterous animal. 15 plus 2.
Plus 2. So yeah, roll a d20 plus 2.
All right. 21.
21. It is able to keep its footing walking down this very slippery, steep surface. And it's like putting its legs out, like somehow like finding edges with its claws, and it moves down the shaft. And you watch as it moves down and moves down and moves down. And then once it gets to, let's see, about 115 feet, you would guess, down, you see it illuminated down there. There is a box pit on the ground. That is about 115 feet down is where it levels out. But where it levels out, there is no floor.
There's what? Oh, there's no floor. No.
And now the panther is just standing there on this edge.
What do you think? We just pull him back up and leave this rope tied to something if we want to come back?
Yeah, that's a good plan. Depending on what you guys want to do. What are you going to tie the rope to?
How much door do we have to? I don't know, is there a handle?
There's nothing to tie on that door. There's not like a doorknob you can tie it to. It's just a solid thing. Like, yeah, looking around here, like make an investigation check as you're thinking of things to tie it to. Yeah, there's looking around, these are just solid walls, nothing to really tie a rope to.
How long is a javelin?
Probably probably 4 feet.
So we can't like put it in the entryway of the door?
No,
Can
you
we- can
cannot
we-
put.
How wide is this hallway? How wide is the rod, the immovable rod that we have?
Like 2.5 feet.
Okay,
Oh, but we
so-
could just do it immovable. Yeah, I was thinking that. We just stick it
Yeah,
in.
we're trying to like jar it in between the hall or some shit, but
But the immovable rod, you can, if you press the button, it'll just float in midair.
okay, perfect. So just
Yeah,
put it
so-
in the.
Yeah, how the
in-
immovable rod works is wherever you press the button, it sits there unless 4,000 pounds of force is put on it.
Okay, so we could use that.
Yeah, let's just do that.
That is what I thought you were going to do, but I had to let you figure it out.
It was
Yeah.
there. I was seeing if we could non-magically do it. Or,
Not,
Alright.
Yeah, so easy
'cause
enough.
we use it so much, I don't want to lose it. Yeah, this is what, the third time we've used it. Second.
So
We
yeah,
tried to use it a
uh,
few times that it just didn't work.
I feel like that should be Felix's autobiography. I tried it, but it didn't work.
No, I mean,
He tries. Yeah, so you're easily enough able to tie that rope to it. Do you keep the torch tied to the rope and throw it down?
That sounds right. I mean, are we worried it's going to burn the rope or anything?
No,
Okay.
you're fine with that.
Yeah, do that.
It's just a matter of if you take your torch back. You throw it down. You guys can all see, not quite to the end of you can see the end of the tunnel. I'm not going to turn off dynamic lighting, but I'll just move you guys all to oop, 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 and oop. Yeah, but that's just to show you what the entire hallway that you would be able to see is. You have a rope, it's tied up there. How do you guys proceed down?
I was thinking we maybe just go back around like the regular way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to go down this way or
I want to see what's down past the edge at this point.
yeah.
So if I wanted to climb down myself, I think
with
I
the
could do
rope,
that.
you can. There's no check required climbing down. You have a rope that is good, like that dexterity check. Like it is slippery, but you have a rope. Like you're
Right.
fine to climb down.
Sick. So
I'll
I'm
say
gonna
climbing up might be a little bit of work because it is climbing up a 45-degree slippery surface. But with a rope, you'd have advantage
Okay.
or something like that.
I can go down and see if I can see anything down past the edge.
Yep.
I'm going to stay at the top in case, for whatever reason, I need to pull the rope up.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, and if someone up there pulling the rope, then you would have no problem getting back up here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down to the edge here.
Yep. So what you immediately see is a opening to or a hallway to your left that leads to, or I'll just say to the east. Like if you peek your head around, you can see it leads to just a very narrow hallway that's pitch black. And to your right, you can look down and it seems to be a large room. And at the bottom of here, there is about a 10-foot drop into a spiked pit
Okay,
that seems full of some really nasty water.
sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna yell up that we could go down to one of these sides. I think we could hop the pit as long as everybody's careful coming down. We have the rope, so we're good.
Yeah, and there's plenty of rope left over as well. So like the rope falls off into the pit.
Okay, cool. So we're all good. So we can go either way down at the end of this.
Yes.
So just be careful coming down, and we're good. and then we can decide. I'm gonna hop to the left here.
Okay.
Sweet. I think I can do that, right? Should be able
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah, without any check.
Yeah.
You guys solve this puzzle
Hey.
in the exact, not how it's written way. You are very strong and opened a door at its exact DC. You
So
had
I assume people like are supposed to like not supposed to, but can slip and fall into the pit.
yeah. So I would say the actual harder thing is a lot of like how this is written. Well, I'll tell you when it's done.
Okay. Well, this is where I'm. If you guys come down this way,
Alright.
I'm at the left, on the right. Left if you're looking at it. Right if you're looking at the.
I see it.
Yeah, I'm west. Towards the big room.
West.
I'll take the right just to scope it out.
If you look down, it is just a straight hallway. Don't mind what you actually. I don't know what you actually see right now. But it is just a straight 10-foot hallway that just ends about as far as you can see.
A dead end.
It is a dead end. You can walk to the end of the dead end.
Walk to the dead end and just knock on the wall.
You don't notice anything there, but looking straight up from that dead end, there is a shaft going up about 10 feet wide, going straight up.
I'm gonna jump and see what I can see.
You jump, you're 31 feet straight in the air. The shaft just continues.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll jump back over here then.
What's your intelligence, Christopher?
12.
Okay, 12. You would think that, just as you just went down about 115 feet in like that, this is also probably leads to one of the rooms up above. Different way of getting here. You're smart enough to put that together. You're above average intelligence. Barely, but above.
We have put like a bedroll at the bottom. No, just cushion when we do fall down it.
Yeah. So you guys come into this room. Now this is where I changed a lot of stuff. So inside of here, a colossal stone statue. This is the green circle. Of a dwarven king hewn with remarkable craftsmanship stands proudly as its focal point. Towering above you, it exudes a sense of strength and resilience. Nestled within the statue's base is a massive vertical water wheel, its intricate design evoking a sense of ingenuity. The wheel dips into a gap in the floor, suggesting a hidden purpose or mechanism that awaits discovery. Adjacent to the water wheel is a sizable stone lever that awaits interaction. And next to it, a plaque. So,
let's go read the plaque. What's the plaque say? Next
the plaque, does anyone speak Dwarvish?
God damn it.
Ooh. I do.
Hell yeah.
Okay. The plaque reads, "Before you is my Lord Eric's Cliffborn's final resting spot, and the final obstacle for you. You have reached the end. Be proud and boast, but remember that hubris and greed has been the downfall of many. All that remains of my wealth lies here, and is yours as long as you remember to never go beyond the prime of the prime deities below. Otherwise, you may be buried and forgotten like the betrayer gods among them. In Avandra's light, go forward." And below
beyond the prime.
The prime of the prime deities below. And below is a relief depicting 13 crests in a circle. The first at the top is a woman's profile on a gold coin. next, and then we're going clockwise. A Talon Dragon Claw, a Silver Dragon's Head in profile, which is immediately recognized as Bahamut. A single Bleeding Eye, a double-headed axe inset with a set of scales, like scales that you measure weight in. A bright 8-pointed star, 4 bolts of lightning radiating from a shield, which you would also recognize as being the symbol of Cord. A jeweled spider, a white human mask framed in feathers, a crooked 7-pointed star of chains, a hammer with ends carved of dwarven heads, a wreath of grass and grain affixed to a crook, and a crown of spiked onyx with curved horns. So,
I want to pull a lever.
and I can repeat any of that as you want. Obi will say there is a puzzle here, but the
Don't
puzzle
go beyond the prime
do not go beyond the prime of the primes below.
of the primes.
You would know from your reading, people refer to the good gods in this world as the prime deities.
Oh. Who are the good guys? That's anybody know? I still have my children's dictionary. That's...
Yeah, you guys have your encyclopedia if you want to read it. It'll take some time, but
Does anybody just know?
someone make
Bells
an
and ferret.
investigation check. Whoever wants to, you can make an investigation check, or a history check would probably be the better one. Or Felix, how knowledgeable do you think you are with the gods of this realm?
Felix is not a religious
Not religious at all.
person.
And it also makes sense because there are only 6 gods that are actually allowed to be worshipped in this country.
Bell's been doing some reading recently.
Yeah, so
I
so Felix knows of them, but he doesn't like subscribe.
Yeah,
to any of
I'll let you do that natural 20. You can roll with advantage, Fel.
Yeah, Thel knows nothing, Jon Snow. Nope, not just a whole lot of nothing over here.
You recognize the 2 that have been most important on your adventure. There are definitely 2, Bahamut and Cord, on there that you have.
Yeah.
That's kind of where your knowledge has been sitting. There's definitely 2 of the 13 things are definitely.
I'm like, yeah, there's a dwarf guy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, dwarf guy. Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely know 2. With your natural 20, you would know the 6 that people are allowed to worship. Like you've known people that have gotten arrested for false idolatry. Is that what it's called? Where you worship the wrong thing.
just worshiping false idols.
Yeah,
Is that blasphemy?
I think it's idolatry, but
That sounds right.
That
I don't think
sounds
it's
right.
false
Idolatry.
Straight up idolatry.
I think that's actually what it is. Yeah.
hey, I'm smart sometimes.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to find who the actual gods are. There are the 6 approved gods. Approved gods of God. Approved gods of... Okay. You would know there's Arathis, Bahamut, Moradin, Pelor, Ioun, and the Raven Queen, which, once again, you got a natural 20. So Arathis, you would know, is the axe with the scales in it, known as the Lawbearer. Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, easy enough. Moradin, the Allhammer, worshipped by many dwarves, is the hammer with the dwarven heads on the sides. Pelor, the Dawn Father, easy to put together, is the 8-pointed sun star. Ayun, the Knowing Mentor, you do not see represented here. And the Raven Queen, or the Matron of Death, is the one embossed with feathers. So at that point, you know 6, 7, that there are 7 here. There's only
what
one
was,
here.
What was Cord again?
Cord is the Storm Lord.
Okay.
Yeah. God of competition and storms and strength. Cord is who everyone worshipped back in
I remember that. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you now know that there are 7. The ones that you do not know is the crooked 7-pointed star of chains, the wreath of grass and grain affixed to a crook, the jeweled spider. You guys all rolled like shit. You wouldn't. Never mind. The bleeding eye, and the crown of spiked onyx and curved horns.
Okay.
So, are we? I mean, does Christopher know what prime numbers are? Or
You guys could sit and you would know. I don't know.
Can
That
Christopher
is
just have?
a question up to you. No, the way puzzles work in Dungeons and Dragons is you can solve a puzzle even if your character couldn't solve the puzzle, because then it's unfair for someone that is an idiot in game to not be able to participate in the puzzle.
Can I have just learned everything at some point and I know they exist and I just have to make somebody else do it for me?
Yes, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. So
you can
somebody else,
gamify it any way you want.
somebody else, which of the, I think we're only interested in the prime numbers. One of those prime numbers is going to be a prime. So we got up to 13, right? So
yeah, you are at, you know that there's 7, and the 7th prime number is 13. And then there
1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 13, right?
11.
11.
Oh, 11 and 13, yeah.
And so then your next, like if you were to do all of them, it'd be what then? 19, 23, 29, 33? Nope.
No,
30.
no.
I don't think any.
37? Yeah, 37.
Yeah.
Just doing, it's a classic software development puzzle. Figure out primes.
37, 41.
Yeah, but you, yeah, right now you know that the prime of the primes that you know is 13. And then there's, 5 others on there that may or may not be prime deities.
So I'm thinking we want, right, like there's a clock. Whatever is the highest prime, it is also a good guy in this clock. Seems. That's my guess.
Yeah, which would be, if you're thinking that, like if you went all the way around the clock, the last 2 are ones that you do not know. The wreath of grass and grain and the spiked onyx.
Or if the spiked or the spider are bad guys, or the thing of chains are bad guys.
Make let's see, has everyone rolled? Who
Yeah, I got
hasn't?
a nat 1 over here.
So you're still baffled by what your day has been.
Yes.
Bell's rolled. Christopher, you can roll once about these gods.
Can I just bagpipe inspiration somebody else on this?
Nope. You can bagpipe inspiration yourself.
No. Which one is this? Investigation?
I think like Felix gave you a lot with knowing knowing 6 of them.
What am I rolling?
Roll. You can roll history. Or you know what would actually make a lot of sense here? Rolling religion.
This doesn't
Which-
have to be taken into account at all. I just want to see what happens. Yeah, nope. Stel still has no idea what's going on.
Okay, I was gonna say if you had a plus to religion, I would have allowed you to add it to those other rolls, but
Yeah, history and religion, both zeros. No
Half the
plus.
time, I feel
Alright.
it feels like Thel is playing with a fidget cube while everyone else is like doing investigation.
he's like, hey, I know those two. You look at your
Just-
bracers, you're like, look, they're on these.
Like blissfully just sharpening my sword or something. Just oh, are we talking about something? Huh?
Huh?
These
Yeah,
are
those-
this
Taking
is
out the
all of these are a D20. I should point out, and all of them are under 10. I don't like I know I have no bonus to it, but the mathematical odds of also rolling this badly this consistently is just wild to me.
Yeah.
Should we just get out the encyclopedia now and spend some time?
You would know that specifically the encyclopedias that you have very much Dwendalian Empire tilted. So
Okay.
it would take a while to find anything that's not talking about these ones you've already gotten. You would know, I would say the one that you would know is a bad one is the spider. That is Lolth. And reading through that kind of jars your memory, like this is who the drow worship, like you've come across this symbol in your adventures.
Is there anything my spirits could do? Does augury or clairvoyance help with this?
You could do augury and ask a question.
Yeah, let's do that.
What is your question? It has to be a question about a task that you are going to take within the next 7 days.
Is it a yes or no question, or is it a?
It is, you get a woe, wheel, or woe and wheel. Woe would
right.
be bad, wheel would be good. Woe and wheel would mean there's good, but there's hardship.
Okay, so how much do we know up to on these primes so far?
You know that there are 7 that you know. 7, and like going around the clock, you would know that there are 7, and then 2, the last 2 are the wreathed, because you know all of them, like picking them out around that, you would know the last 2 are the wreath of grass and grain affixed to a shepherd's crook, and the spiked onyx and curved horns.
All right, so hang on, I'm just gonna come over and I'm gonna take out charcoal, and there we go. I'm drawing on the ground.
Okay.
That's a terrible color. Okay, it's charcoal. There we go. That I just pissed on the ground, and now I'm actually.
Yeah. You pissed a circle in the dust. So.
Okay, so there's 13, so it's almost like a clock. So
Yeah, almost like a clock. There's 13.
That. So we'll just pretend it's a clock, and then add one in. $13. So 1. So prime 2 is
The prime ones would be 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Well, not 9, right?
No, I'm saying like where they would be on the clock.
Oh, okay. So
where they'd be on the tick. The ones that you know where they would be.
Not that one, because that's not a prime. Then 11. Then is this one? Is this gonna be? Is top one gonna be 13? I guess. Is this
I guess.
13?
Yeah, top one would be. It's not how it would be exactly situated, but
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so those are all the potentials. We need to figure out which one of these are the good guys. Because
and your options are a bleeding eyeball.
which one is that?
That would be the one. That would be number 4.
Or
A taloned claw, which would be number 2.
I know that's the bad guy.
A crooked 7-pointed star of chains.
Which one is that?
That would be number 10.
Okay, so we don't care about that one either.
Then a wreath of grass and grain affixed to a shepherd's crook, which would be number 12. And number 13, a crown of spiked onyx and curved horns.
I think we only really need to know this one, 11. If that's a good guy. Is that right?
Like I would say with all of your checks, you've come down to essentially is one or both or none good of the grass and grain and the spiked onyx horns. Or you just go with what you know, and you know that there are 8 or 7 on here. And don't push your luck. Because like thinking more about the rhyme or the speech that was said, it was less about
Just don't go beyond it.
just don't go beyond it. But you don't know much beyond that.
We look in the encyclopedia if this shepherd's crook is good. Just for that one.
Okay, I will say you could make one last intelligence check, and then I'm having you guys lock in your answer. You could not intelligence. I'll give an investigation check because it is reading through a book. How well can you read through a book after the day you've had?
About to find.
We're gonna have some smooth jazz playing on bagpipe. I'm gonna
Okay,
inspire.
so with a D4, add your D4. So a 17. In the back, in the appendix, you find kind of a it's more like a description of where a lot of this false idolatry happens. Is specifically in Felderwind Tillage. There's a lot of worship of Melora, the goddess of nature. A lot of people pray to it because it's where most of the food is produced in the empire. So a lot of people worship this lady that produces food. And specifically, like, these are the idols that have been, like, taken away. Because Melora is not a lawfully good deity, is very much a neutral, much like the nature is. But is considered one of the prime deities. You needed a 15 to get that. Good job with the bagpipes.
Yep.
You would now know that there are 8 prime deities on this wheel.
Let's just go to that one.
So what's the 8th prime?
Oh.
Optimus
You
Prime.
already mentioned it.
Is 1 count or no?
1 does count. 1 is a prime number. 0 is not a number, so I'm not counting it. I don't know what the actual rule on primes is if 0 counts.
0 doesn't count.
Okay. Locking in your answer. How many clicks are you pulling this lever?
17.
What?
Is that doesn't make the 8th prime is Christopher starts getting confused.
And before you wanted 13.
But is that the 8th prime?
That's 18. It's the 7th prime. 13 was the 7th prime. The 8th prime would be
17, right?
Yep.
But we don't have that, so it only goes to 13. Or we could go around again.
Yeah. You're operating. You just need to tell me how many times you're pulling this lever.
Oh, 17 times. Let's do it.
17 times. Okay.
Side note, 0 is not a prime number because infinite numbers of numbers can go into 0.
True. Okay. You pull the lever down 17 clicks. And as it goes around, it starts spinning. And like you would think a water wheel would normally like be dumping water out the top or that. First time it comes around, a giant pile of gold lands on the ground. It goes around a second time. A gem about the size of your fist falls out. It goes around a third time. Nothing falls out. Goes around a fourth time. A huge pile of silver falls out. Goes around a fifth time. A small metallic bracer falls onto the pile of gold and silver. The sixth time, 2 wacky ass coins that are half green, half like half silver, half gold fall out. 7th time, nothing comes. 8th time, nothing comes. 9th time, a full set of plate armor falls out. 10th time, a relatively large stack of platinum pieces comes out. The 11th time it comes around. Everybody roll initiative.
Before I do that, can we say that I bought Gust of Wind at that one place?
Yeah, you can have Gust of Wind.
What was that again? It was worth.
That was a 2nd level spell.
Yep.
So it's we'll say 500. A big old rat falls out.
Can I get the panther to attack it? Do we
Is the
still have
panther with you?
I figured we wouldn't leave it alone. Yeah.
Okay. You can roll initiative for the panther.
How do I do that? Panther.
Everyone but Fell is going before this poor little rat. It's a big
Okay.
rat, though.
I'm tempted to buy my own dice and start rolling manually because I feel like Roll20 is like
the RNG is against you.
I mean, it's also pro letting me hit things really hard, but it seems to be anti-initiative, and Thel is dumb as a box of rocks.
So basically, use manual dice for everything, but combat.
Yeah, combat I'll use Roll20, but everything else I'm gonna see if I can even my odds here. I rolled over 10 for initiative last session. I think that was the first time in a while, and now we're back to low single digits.
Yep. Christopher, you go first.
Chain thing.
You throw your chain. You're over here like sketching out your thing and yelled the number, and you're just watching it come out. Oh, so why are you talking? Oh, they're gonna see you. Attack.
Reckless. Or can I do reckless?
No, you can't do reckless on the chain.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
The rat's dead.
Oh, good. I was afraid that was going to be a diseased one.
Yep. And while you kill the rat, the thing continues to spin 3 more times with nothing coming out. The 15th time, just a few copper fall out. Almost seem like there's there. The 16th time, a copper falls out. And then the 17th time, which is your side, a very beautiful necklace falls out. What you would immediately notice is it's sitting on top. While all of the gold in that looks dusty and old and kind of gross, the necklace is in perfect condition. And then stop spinning.
So, and then everything's just sitting there?
It's all just sitting there.
All right, so the bracers are from Bleeding Eye, so we don't want that guy. So toss those in the corner.
I would say this is just treasure. You're starting to overthink it.
Okay, I thought they're all like associated with the gods or something.
Which, by the way, the whole clock thing was completely wrong, but it actually worked out because of how I had listed the gods. It was always find how many there are, get the 8th prime of them. It should have been the 9th prime because it was supposed to be 19, but I had to adjust. Yeah, so going through this really quickly, you find 6,000 gold pieces.
I'll write this down and I'll send you guys in chat what this is per.
6,000 gold pieces, 2,000 silver pieces, 500 platinum pieces. The gem is just a solid diamond worth 750 gold.
Or just give that to Carrick, right? Because you need diamonds for certain spells, right?
I think you're thinking of the what is it? Was it the Manual of Golems? Do I need a bunch of diamonds for the?
No, you just need a bunch of gold.
Okay.
The one thing you would know that costs diamonds would be Thel's Revivify spell.
Okay, we'll give it to Thel then, just in case one of us dies.
It requires a 300 gold diamond to cast.
So you put that in your inventory, TJ, the diamond, and then we'll keep
Diamond's
going.
worth 300 gold, which spell consumes. Okay, yep.
Just so you know, though, that using that spell with that diamond will consume all 750 of it. It's not like you.
Yeah, it has to be a diamond of that or above, and it gets consumed either way. It's not like I have a partial consumption or
You can't cleave the diamond in half and say.
Just do a strength check and bite the diamond in half.
I guess I could, if we ever find a gem cutter, I could ask him to cut it in half and then have 2.
100% thing that you could do, but it would have to be a skilled professional.
Yeah.
You could just trade it for 2 diamonds of like smaller,
also
equal or lesser value.
Also fair.
Or the gem cutter idea, I never even thought about that as a way to do it.
That's actually a really fun quest, potentially.
Gem cutting tools is an actual proficiency you can take. Oh, you also found 3 copper pieces.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, 4 copper pieces.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap.
Everyone add a copper.
And
Boom.
the other So, looking through it, the bracer is very finely, like it has a nice like leather inside, but is like almost like a mercurial metal around it. You wouldn't know what that does. The plate armor is incredibly light. And looks to be made of a silver-like material, silver-ish material. No one has smith. Does anyone have smith tool proficiency? Okay. And then the necklace is this. It's like almost less of a necklace. It's like a. It's got a lot going on, but the biggest thing about it is a giant green gem in the center of it. And it looks, all the like the other two items look nice. This thing looks immaculate and, you know, at least worth a lot, but also probably some level of magic involved in it.
So nobody else has plate proficiency but me, probably, right?
Yeah, go for it.
I might have to take this into like a store and figure out exactly what it is, or
Carrot can identify things. There's lots of stuff you can do here, but with that, there's nothing else going on in this room. It's now deathly silent, just as it has been the whole time. So kind of the excitement is done.
Cool. About that apartment. Okay. Let's keep rolling on. And I guess we
Hey,
gotta climb
Carrick.
back up.
yeah, I guess. Hey, Carrick, this plate armor feels magical. What is it?
Ugh. Well, let me identify it.
Do you have identify prepared, or are you?
Or we can carry it out. It's fine. Whatever.
Let me look through.
Yeah, you can sit here, but if he doesn't have it prepared, identify is gonna
Yeah,
take
we can get out.
30
I would
minutes.
I would have to ritual cast it.
All right, let's do it later. We can get out.
Hold on, I need to look one thing up. There we go. That's what I needed. Wanted to make sure I got my description of one of the items correctly. Yes, it is a platinum chain with a giant central emerald surrounded by 5 other emeralds kind of dangling off of it. Is the necklace. No, it's not platinum. It is silver. Yeah.
Silver chain, large emerald,
Little emeralds.
5 little emeralds.
Okay. Yeah, where do you guys go from here?
Well, we still haven't found this arrow, so I guess we gotta climb back up.
Mm-hmm.
Climb back up the rope. Nobody. I think we can do that. Who's the strongest that can help us up the rope if we all?
Yeah. I will, just for sake of this, you guys bypassed a lot of the stuff. This is the end of the dungeon, but unless you want to, like, you can put together that, like, where the arrow room would have led you here eventually. So you guys can continue to explore and delve through this tomb, but that's up to you. I just don't want you to.
That is
Have it
so. It
ready to go.
essentially would have just opened a door to here.
It would have opened a door to another puzzle that would have led to here.
I say let's leave because I'm sick of puzzles.
Yeah. So I mean, there is some fun things in this, but you have reached the quote unquote end. There is maybe 1 or 2 things you could get in here if you wanted to be a completionist, but there's also a shit ton of danger. So it just
Oh,
doesn't
that would
make
have been
sense that
really
you
funny
wouldn't
though
know.
if you let us play for like an hour more and then we opened the door to right here.
I don't know if that would have been funny.
It would have been some sort of funny.
It would have been something. Something.
But with everything that you guys have set up, you can just get out of here.
Cool. Then let's get out of here.
Yeah, you would even know, like, as you get back to, I'm going to pull you back to the entrance where you guys fell in originally. Like, the shepherd's crook, the eye, all of that, that's funny. Oh, so the other gods were Grumpsh One Eye, which is the god of slaughter.
Damn, didn't we like
You would know
with him?
you guys would have known of Grumpsh because that was who the Jezzeraz
Yeah.
that spear specifically was attached to him. The onyx horns were Asmodeus. Asmodeus is the correct pronunciation, Lord of the Nine Hells. The chains, the 7-point star of chains, is Tharizdun, which is essentially just the god of chaos. The spider is Lolth, the spider queen and god of lies. And was that 4 or 5? I think that was all 5. But anyways, good job.
I guess the only thing that I have a question on is the voice. Would that have been solved if we had?
No, that voice was just a way to make you fall down that trap.
Oh, okay.
So
So it was so it was a way to get us in, but it didn't have any, like, I don't even remember fighting anything that would have had that voice.
no, you fought a clay golem. There was an encounter at the bottom of that pit for like against specters and shadow demon things, and
That's close enough.
we'll say it's that, but I didn't feel like
Okay.
that. If you guys had done everything else, maybe I would have done it. But since you skipped it, that you got a bonus. Yeah, the things that you skipped were a puzzle that you had to put tiles in the right place, and if you put them in the wrong place, the walls squished you. It was called the Tommy Two-Tone puzzle in the book. So if you can figure out what the number of the puzzle is based off that clue, it's a really dumb joke. There was a conveyor belt that if you stepped on it, you were lashed onto it via sovereign glue, and then were taken around a conveyor belt into a spinning buzzsaw. And then there was to get the arrow, you had to get it out of this fountain that shot water that you had to like succeed some sort of check to not be pushed away from it. And then you had to shoot the silver arrow through all those heads. Then you got to a place with this weird alligator looking thing where it had buttons on its back, but you had to press the buttons, not get squished as it rockets into the air, and then it left the gap for you to go down into the lower section. So you circumvented all of that by pushing a door open.
I mean,
that's funny. So, yeah, so you come back to the top of, like, kind of back to the entrance, and you do see these stairs leading up, and following these stairs up about 60 feet as they switch back and back and back, you come out, like you have to kind of cut open and push through the foliage and that stuff to the kind of winterscape. Easy enough to like kind of roam around, find your horses and all of that, and get kind of settled back up. I'll say that you guys were probably in this tomb for a good 8 hours, all said and done. So you think you can probably still get to Harrow Hall tonight, but it's up to you if you want to rest before or continue on.
Hey.
All of you have
I don't
had a
think we
pretty
need to
shitty
rest.
day.
Do we need a full rest? I mean, I think we keep going because
Yeah,
we had
after
that
the-
short rest, and we might as well just.
I
Just
spent
keep
all
going.
those hit dice. We might as well use them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
true,
get,
true.
You guys can get to Harrow Hall tonight. It's still well, honestly, I guess I wrote that you had gotten about halfway on your second day, so you're probably about another hour out. You're about 2 hours of sunlight left in the day as you guys get to Harrow Hall. Now I never have to look at this book again. There is some bad writing in it.
Bad, like just bad writing or bad sources.
Just bad writing. Just like if you're gonna do like it just doesn't like that whole deity thing I created because there's no other explanation. Like you got a handle in front of you. How many times you want to pull it?
Oh, nice.
And if you pull it 20 times, the whole place collapses.
Sick. Love that.
So I'm like, it's such a like with so many puzzles throughout to like not have something like a puzzle for the final thing seemed cheap. Because if it was up to you, how many times would you have pulled that puzzle without a clue? Or how many times would you have pulled the lever without a clue?
So it was just literally it was just a statue and a lever and the dwarven, or was the dwarven thing that was your?
That was all my like everything else besides it is literally just that thing and a lever.
I probably would have just pulled it once and
Yeah, the gold comes out.
Gotten your 2,000 gold and left, and that is not worth it. But
I mean, I think we like if it were up to me,
I don't know.
and we
Something came
pulled
out
and
once.
got-
Yeah,
so we
let's
got
pull this
both.
again.
Cool, let's pull exactly, and then we get
Yeah.
a single copper piece. One
you would
more
think, like,
time.
whatever's down there is running out. But even between the copper pieces were 5 holes that had nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
And the actual treasure that's supposed to be on the 19th pole is a crown worth 50,000 gold times your character level.
What? What?
A 500,000 gold crown. No, it's only 10,000 times character level. Still, 100,000 gold crown.
That would have easily paid for
It's
my
game
flesh
breaking.
golem.
So, I guess it's game breaking in this world. So,
Until you pull
You
it
guys-
20 times and collapse the thing on your head. Then you see that's
well,
It's because economies are so broken in
Yeah.
fantasy role playing games.
oh, it's awful trying to figure it out. Like
It's-
you might as
can't,
well
it's
like
impossible.
be like coming up with how much his spells cost. I'm like, well, I know how much money you have, so I'll base the economy based off of how much money you have. Because I do it the other way, your
We four
money
people
becomes useless.
We 4 people entirely control the rate of inflation in this.
Yeah, you guys, that is your new party name is just the Fed.
every town we go to and leave, just rapid inflation after we leave for some
Rapid
unknown
inflation
reason.
followed by just a market
Shannon.
economy crash.
Yep. It's
Very funny.
But it makes you realize, yeah, maybe making economies are hard.
I don't do it. That's the only reason.
That's why I trusted Alexander Hamilton to do it.
Cool. All right, so we're leaving the tomb.
Yep.
We're gonna try and head to Harrow Hall now, so we can get there before.
Okay. I'm going to put you guys on this map. But I haven't checked this one specifically, so just let me know what you see. I guess I can look.
Right now, I see a bridge and
Okay, but
what
you
looks
can
like a
see-
dried out moat
Yep. That so
and a statue.
This is a bot thing, so it's not my dynamic lighting, so I didn't know if it was working or not. Okay, so you guys make it to Harrow Hall. Let's see, I have a description for this. I honestly didn't know if you guys were going to get here or not.
We're gonna go through the back door on this one too.
I will
gonna
openly
dig a
say there is
tunnel.
no back door to this one. I'm actually happy you guys did the back door because kind of all those puzzles I just told you, like that, I liked the beginning, the first half of that adventure. But then, like, when you open the gold door and then it's like, hey, do it again. Like, I feel like it makes a lot more sense to have, like, fought that final boss and then get your treasure. So, also, that boss was a lot harder than the book said. That. Yeah, so you guys have probably about 2 hours of daylight left.
I'm gonna do.
I would say
break.
writing the book, I would allow you to identify the 3 items that you found, just because I want people to have those available to them if they want.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and identify them then.
Yeah. So,
we got
so
the
you guys
necklace.
take a half an hour to like kind of regroup. Like while you're finding your horses, Carrick kind of identifies the items. It would probably take about a half an hour to find your animals. So what you found was the plate armor is mithril plate armor +1. It's incredibly light, incredibly well made, dwarven craft. And most importantly is it does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks because it's the same weight as essentially leather armor.
So is that better than what you currently have on now? +1?
I have just standard plate armor +1 on, so this should be better.
It is, but until you carry over your little parapet thing, you do not have that.
Yep.
You would have to have that re-enchanted and pay however much. But I think it would allow you to unattune to the Boots of Elvenkind and have an open attunement slot.
Say that again. Sorry.
I think if you are still using the Boots of Elvenkind, you are using that for advantage on stealth to get rid of your disadvantage. So you no longer have disadvantage. So you would actually have advantage on stealth checks now. Or you can unattune from those and just use something different. Go look through your bag if there's something you would like better.
I'm looking at inventory trying to decide.
So
I've got that cloak of protection on now, not the boots.
Oh, you don't have the boots anymore anyways? Okay.
But it would be nice to get to neutral, but I gotta look at Yeah,
because you're at neutral. Now with the mithril. The bracer, and I'll have to actually I didn't. The next ones they aren't in the book, and I did not write them up. The next one, the bracer, is called the... 1 second.
it doesn't look like I can drag and drop it to my inventory.
You can just keep your same armor, but just on stealth, you do not have disadvantage anymore.
Okay.
Because other than that, it's exactly the same.
Can I rename this one? I can probably edit it, right?
Yeah. The bracer is called the mutable bracer, and with different command words, you can have different things kind of like form out of the liquid metal in it out, including a +1 dagger, a set of thieves' tools, a 3-foot length of chain, and and any other small metallic item you might want. So like a hammer or that. So it's like a utility bracer. But as a weapon, it would come out as a +1 dagger. Or the two big things that aren't just any metal tool would be a +1 dagger or a 3 foot of chain. That does not require attunement. And the last thing, and this one, like as you identify it, like kind of like blinds you for a second. It would be known as the Kiss of the Changebringer. And these are the properties of it at this time. Nope. Nope. That's not how you do anything. Boop, boop, boop.
Holy shit. Blink do.
Blink allows you to teleport into the ethereal plane based off of a roll of 1 to 10 or a d20 roll. I think it's 10 and above. You go into the ethereal plane. 1 to 10. So it's 11 to 20, 10, 1 to 10. You stay. You can move up to 10 feet while there, and then you reappear at the beginning of your next turn. And you repeat that roll at the end of every turn. So that does require attunement.
Yeah, that is very good.
So
just a +2 to all bonus or all saving throws.
All saving throws.
How many attunements
Does anyone want
do we
that?
have left?
I don't think anybody has any currently. I know I don't.
I've got another thing. Like the Iron Stone with the fireball shooting. Like that's. I've already got some plus an additional thing I want to be attuned to. So.
Yeah, there might be a feat you can take at level 12 to add more attunement, but I'm not sure.
So
yeah.
If I don't attune with the mithril armor, I can't use it, I assume?
No, the mithril armor is not attuned. It is just
not attuned. Okay.
So you're all good there. Yeah, people want to do a little bit of inventory management because what I think Carrick is attuned to his spell book, and that's the only one I know on you. Felix,
I'm attuned to 3 things. I'm attuned to spell book. I assume the cloak of protection.
Yep.
And what is it? The hat? Is the hat attuned?
The hat is attuned. The hat is useless, but is attuned. Compared to the other things you have.
What? Are you kidding? The hat's awesome.
It allows you to cast a cantrip if you roll over a 10. Christopher is attuned to your Pyre Maul, your boots, and I don't know what your third thing is.
Belt of
the belt.
Dwarven, yeah.
So really, the biggest one on you is your boots are. I'm trying to lure you away from having these fucking boots.
You'll never get rid of the boots.
Cold dead body, yeah.
I will take off my belt that gives me 11 hit points before I take off these boots. Yeah, Fell would be the.
Yeah, I've got my knuckles, the cloak of protection, and then my sword.
No, your sword is not attuned.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I have it marked as attuned on the D&D items list from forever ago.
I want to say that because it's not a +1 is the reason that oh, it does require attunement. Never mind.
Yep.
I lied. Oh no, that's what I had written. I would say we could change that to not require attunement, but it would lose some of its ability. It's essentially the shooting the lightning bolt. If you wanted to get rid of that, you could have it not be attuned.
Gotcha.
You would still get the same extra d6 of lightning damage, but you wouldn't get the ability to shoot the lightning bolt. That's what I wanted to give.
Okay.
So up to you.
Because I also have that ring of minor invisibility that does.
That doesn't require attunement.
Yeah. So I've been using that to like balance out.
Yeah. Up to you. I'm just giving you that option. So, and then Fel has his armor. Not Fel, sorry. Felix. I don't know why I always mix those two up. You have your armor. I don't know what your other two attunements are.
I have the Storm Rider boots.
Yep.
And then I have I can't remember. I have one more, at least. Pretty sure only one.
If you change anything, just let me know, just so I can keep it in my head. But
I have Dagger of the Ogre Mage.
Oh, Dagger of the Ogre Mage is attuned. So, but you do have those the Kiss of the Changebringer is attuned. Other than that, the other two items that you got are not. So
seems like that'd be best for either Felix or Carrick.
Yeah, honestly, the mutable bracer is a +1 dagger that you could just put on and get rid of your Dagger of the Ogre Mage.
Yeah.
So
I think I'll
have
do
the
that
same bonus.
if that's cool with y'all.
So just for that, just write down that you have just add a +1 dagger to your inventory as far as weapons go, and then write down whatever else you want to do. It's a +1 dagger or any small metal tool. And since you have it, you can also have it be thieves' tools.
Right.
Or any other metal tool that you are proficient in.
1d6 magic bonuses.
When I'm searching the Ring of Invisibility in the compendium, it just has the regular one. What does the minor version do differently?
It allows you to cast invisibility once a day.
Once a day, got it.
Yeah, it is not Frodo's ring.
Okay.
The Ring of Invisibility is, I think, the most broken item. You just can always turn invisible.
Yeah, minor makes way more sense usability wise. Like having to use it selectively instead of just like I can be invisible whenever.
Yeah.
But with this armor and that ring, I would have advantage on those stealth checks if I'm invisible.
If you were invisible, yes.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
1d6.
But yeah, I have it.
The Carrick can still wear his hat, just not be attuned to it, right?
Yes.
So you still have the main benefit.
I just want the design, really. It's for looks.
That's the main benefit, yes, is the
purely a
benefits, the addition to your already great charisma.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah. You could unattune to that and have one of your many other items.
Yeah, I think you should take that.
Okay.
The Changebringer necklace.
Yeah,
maybe he'll be able to jump off things soon with these saving throws.
Mutating bracer, right? Is that what it's called?
Mutable bracer, yeah.
Mutable bracer. Okay.
So yeah, if you have the Kiss of the Changebringer, just you're gonna have to manually, or I can probably make the item, or you can, and just all of your saves go up by 2.
Oh, so I have to make it and then.
Yeah, you can just increase them by 2. Here, hold on. It'll take 2 seconds. The Five Guys. You guys aren't the Five Guys anymore. I need to rename this. Eric. Actually, I wonder. No, it's not in this. It's from a different book.
Oh, fuck. I meant to delete my hat cantrip line and it deleted the whole row.
Oh.
I don't remember what the other one was. Oh, it was just my list of attuned items. Nice.
You have a cloak of protection. I can just base off of that. Someday I will hit control instead of command. Okay, you should be. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, you're now. I added the Kiss of the Changebringer. It gives you your +2. And that also gives you a thing. You could take off your Cloak of Protection. You'd lose 1 AC, but you would still have a plus to your saves. You got lots of options now.
Nice. Okay.
You have a +11 to your intelligence saves.
Do I really?
Yeah, and if you're standing next to Thel, that is a +14 to your intelligence saves.
Nice.
Just rolled a 4. Yeah.
Where the hell does the 11 come from?
So you have 5 for your intelligence.
Oh, okay.
No, you have 4 for your intelligence.
Yeah.
4 for your proficiency bonus.
Oh.
2 from this new necklace, and 1 from your cloak.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sweet. On the intelligence save.
Intelligence saves aren't common, but they are the worst.
Oh.
Because, yeah, I think only wizards have proficiency in it, and generally it's like things stun you if you don't pass them. They're nasty, but not very common. So. Okay. We are now here. So let me get the right book out. Okay. So as you guys approach Harrow Hall, you are seeing there's a faint mist coming up to about your knees. As you approach, you break the tree line, and a light fog rose from roughly about a quarter mile out of up to the tree line of large conifers fleckled in snow, and looking at it, you see a keep with about 30-foot walls. The front of it is a giant watchtower, and behind it looks like another, like on a sloping hill, you can see the top of what seems like a central area building about rising maybe 15, 20 feet above the walls. Looking at it, like the place does not seem in disrepair. There's a drawbridge that's down. There's also you can see like the remnants of a metal portcullis, or not the remnants, but the top of a metal portcullis that's inside of this area. And I would like Christopher and Felix to make perception checks. As you guys are kind of just sitting and watching this, or like taking in your new home. And you roll one, Christopher.
I did. Somebody else needs to.
Oh, no, sorry, Felix. Roll a perception check. Okay. Yeah, with a 16, you do see kind of along the, for a second, barely, just something kind of green pop out of the side of the watchtower, kind of that half dome area that you see, and scurry down. You can't quite tell what it was, just that it was big. So
Big and green.
big and green, but kind of like a pale sickly green, not like a verdant
Okay.
green. So yeah, and you are, as you're walking up, you kind of see this there's a trench dug out. You could call it a moat if it had water. I don't know if moats are actually need to have water to be called a moat, but
Question.
yeah. So you see that, and as you guys approach, the moat is littered with bones as well as complete skeletons, many wearing rusted armor and tattered robes. And these seem to probably be the people that the gentleman had sent at other times to this location to try
You
to
said
figure
that was
out what's going
in
on.
the trench?
In the trench, yes.
I'm afraid to cross a bridge.
Okay.
Because I haven't had a lot of luck crossing bridges recently.
And the trench is just a trench. Like the moat is just a trench. There's not like water or anything in it.
No, there's no water. It's about let's see, 15 feet deep and about 20 feet wide.
I need to get some water in that bitch.
How do you fill a moat if there's no water around?
Oh, we can take it from another plane of existence or something.
Just keep
open
digging.
up a portal and
Yeah.
close it. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Keep digging till you hit groundwater.
You just dig forever.
I was reading there's a book I was reading where they open a like kind of portal and keep it open underneath an ocean of one
Oh,
plane,
really?
and it fills up the entire
Wait, I've done this in Minecraft. You just need a bucket of water, and then you like dig a hole, and you put water in, and then you fill it in, and somehow you get infinite water.
That's I mean that's the physics of the immovable rod, right? Just sounds very Minecraft. So you from Denver, TJ? Or
I was originally born in Denver, yeah,
oh, cool.
the Littleton area.
Oh yeah, that's where my parents live.
Yeah, I was born at Littleton Hospital. Lived in Highlands Ranch when we were there.
Cool. Yeah.
My dad's job took us out here to Utah when I was like 8, and I've been out here since. So it's been a while. But my dad's uncle, and my couple of my mom's brothers' uncles are all still out there. So.
Cool.
Are you buying in Denver proper or one of like the
Yeah, it's very
neighborhoods?
gerrymandered. So it's like it
Oh,
looks
nice.
like it's supposed to be Glendale, it's called. But it's gerrymandered to Denver. So it's very weird. Like I looked at the actual map and it looks like a checkerboard. Like this side of the road is one place, and
Yeah. My brother lived in Aurora for a while.
Yeah, I think that's also what it's called. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of overlapping names. It seems
Yeah,
like.
yeah, for sure.
So I think that's other also that. Yeah.
Hmm.
My parents, we were visiting there. We flew to Denver, just to see the place. My parents have been having bears in their backyard often. So like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, and then they just got a puppy, so they're gonna be like, how often? So I got them bear spray. Uh so they were there when I was there, like the bears were in the backyard and we were trying to like bang pots and like get them
Yeah.
away. So I like actually got the bear spray and I tried to like opened up the windows like a mom and the cubs too, which is scary because that's like when they attack. So I pointed it out, sprayed it, and it just went just like completely useless, just like sprayed just right off to the side and just marinated their grill. So just like covered their grill in bear spray. But my
funny.
parents had bears in their backyard when I was visiting on Sunday.
Oh, of
I'd
course.
gotten them bear spray, so I went to like go spray them with it just to like get them away so they don't have to like get tagged and euthanized and stuff. Like we're trying to just get them out of the backyard. So I came out, aimed it right at them, and I thought it'd at least be like the wasp stuff that like gets a good distance. And this was just like spraying like spray on sunscreen in the wind, and it just and just covered their grill. And it just like the whole next day we were just coughing and just like
Yeah, just
it's dumb stuff.
pepper spray. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys do? You're sitting in front of a moat and a bridge. Yeah, 15 feet down. There's a bunch of skeletons down there. It's not like all littered with skeletons or bones or that, but it is like specifically like around the drawbridge. Yes, and you would know, even though it doesn't quite look it on the map, this is a drawbridge. Wait, let me make sure. It says
Is it
drawbridge.
drawn or is it up?
It's down.
Okay.
Yeah, it says drawbridge, and I don't know why they made it a stone bridge in the.
It's a stone drawbridge, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
All right. Well, let's cross the bridge then.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna do another. some bag
Go
of
for it.
tricks.
A bag of
We're just. All right, we got
giant elk.
giant elk testing it out for us.
Okay, well, now since we're on this map, I will.
Is it short rest or long rest for a bag of tricks?
Long rest. So
Okay.
you're.
We're down to one left.
Yeah, you've used 3 today, so.
Oh, was it? Was it 3? Oh yeah, we had the rat too. Yep. So okay, that was the last one.
So there's just this big boy hanging out. Yeah, where do you send him?
Crikey.
Cross the bridge. Yeah.
He goes across the bridge.
And what are these posts in the front?
That is where the portcullis would come down, but it's
Okay.
it's currently up. So
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'll follow him across.
yeah, go right ahead.
All right, sick. I'm gonna follow you guys.
You would notice as you guys are going across, there is like a little like there's snow at the bottom of the moat, but you do see like some sparkles, like kind of like metal hitting the sun hitting the metal.
We're gonna have to do something about this. These skeletons.
Yeah, do we like get a sense of cause of death? Crushing, I don't know.
Not from up here, no. You'd have to go and actually examine. Or I guess from up here you could make a medicine check with disadvantage, trying to look 15 feet down like I think they died. So
I could just use Dance Macabre and have them all climb up here.
I would say full skeletons. There's probably 3 down there. Other ones are pulverized to where that spell wouldn't work.
Mm, mm.
All right, it's up to you though.
How dangerous would it be to get down there?
It's just a 15-foot drop.
Straight drop?
Yeah.
All right, we'll jump down.
Okay, I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just gonna jump down. Yeah, you and your boots, man.
Just jump down, grab one, and jump back
I
up.
make a acrobatics save. Anything over 10 feet, you have to make one. So
Acrobatics, just regular.
yeah, saving throw.
How do I do a save?
Oh, sorry, dexterity saving throw. I should have said.
So I can see it, right?
Yeah. I don't really know if it's danger approaching you, but yeah, you land just fine. You're able to not. You do like snap like a femur that's down there, and then yeah, you're down there amongst all of these bones. If you want to make a medicine check here, you were saying you're going to grab one and jump back up.
Does anybody have medicine? I've got a 1.
I would have thought Bella did.
You know who has medicine? Her hireling.
He's not here. Yeah, bring him
Swinton. This is Swinton's game.
Let's
He's
go
seen
back.
plenty of dead bodies caused by
Alright.
himself.
I'm just doing a cursory, like, you know, I'm not doing a.
Yeah, give me a medicine check just to see what you find out.
He died.
Yeah, they're dead.
My professional. As he
But
said.
as you are going over them, you do find a like kind of as you're pulling apart, you find a few pouches with some obvious coinage in them, and on one of the skeleton's hands, you find a ring. You
Right.
think the ring, you're like, this is a nice ass ring. So, and some coin pouches.
Okay, I'll just loot some dead bodies and jump back up.
What's your passive perception? Again,
15.
15. Yeah, so looking at them, you also notice that like there's kind of like 3 groups of these skeletons and broken bones and that have distinct patches on them. Like one, like there's 3 distinct groups all wearing similar like patches. Like you would figure that these are some sort of adventuring parties that have like an insignia that they use. The 4 daddies do not have an insignia. They let their name speak for itself.
Yeah,
Our
Uh,
business card.
we can adopt this as our insignia now.
So yeah, you find like three different groups. Hold on 1 second. One is kind of hands like this with a with that 8 pointed star that you had actually seen earlier today above it. One is a book with a lightning bolt coming out of it. And one is just it's a like a hand that looks as if a glove is being pulled like halfway onto it. So
So just grab one of the. I could just pull off the patch.
there's patches on them, yeah. Like
Yeah, I'll just pocket those patches just for.
okay, yeah. So you have one of each of those patches. So yeah, praying with a Pelor symbol above it, book with a lightning bolt, and a half-gloved hand. So you guys, he comes up. You have the 2 coin pouches. In a quick look, you would find 750 gold pieces and 50 platinum pieces. And that ring, giving a cursory look, you would think is worth about 250 gold.
So 1,000 gold and 50 platinum ish.
I would say just because I think it's more fun with the art pieces. The ring is worth 250. Probably the biggest part of that, about 200 of that, is because of a large ruby that's set on the top. So if you wanted to take just the ruby for something, you could. And then the ring itself, I would say the ring is not worth anything after that. Because then it's just it's a ring with a bunch of busted ass prongs. So
Does anybody like rubies? I don't know.
it's up to you. You lose 50 gold out of it, but you can figure that out. But yeah, now you are sitting here. Yeah, standing in under the weather's kind of come back in, and a light snow is drifting down now. Kind of it was spotty. The sun was shining, but now it seems the storm has caught up, and you just have a light drifting January snow. But still relatively light outside. Still have a couple hours of daylight. So
I'd like to go through into the main area.
Okay. Yeah, just move yourself where you're going. I will say that wherever you move yourself is where I'm going to say you are. So just be careful about just throwing yourself somewhere. But
you said the gate was down or up?
It's up. So
It's up. So we could
I
go
can't
in.
get past it.
Me either.
Oh, you can't.
You locked us out, bro.
This is what happens when you don't build things yourself.
Spoken like a true software engineer.
Yep. There you go. This is why you need to create your own component library.
I stand by that decision wholeheartedly.
I do as well. That's one of the few things, especially now since I don't have to maintain it, and like the ES component library, it's good and it works and is maintained and doesn't have all the cruft of everyone else's.
We just did an Ants D upgrade from version 4 to version 5.
Mm-hmm.
And it took like 2 weeks, and it's been a lot of like lead up to the cutover, and I'm like, this is bad. It's just bad.
Hey man, my biggest project of the year is done now. 8-month project going out the door. It feels really nice.
We haven't even started my biggest project of the year yet.
I'm very happy to not have my big project be at the end of the year now.
My big project has to be ready by February. So
yeah, that's plenty of time. That's 8 months.
Yeah. Anyway. Right,
yeah,
so I see
you
stairs.
guys are in the courtyard of this area. Let me read the courtyard part. Courtyard. The way this is. To your left, you see what are some obvious stables. Yeah, where are your horses in that? Did you just leave them out in the tree line?
I'm bringing my elk in.
Yeah, I'd like to say, can we bring them in and put them in the stables?
Yeah, now you can go back out and put them into the stables.
Maybe we should just kill the elk first, and then
What do you making the elk do?
He's just roaming around. We're keeping an eye on if any big green thing.
Okay. I'll give you all of this when you first walked in, just before you just say all this, because you need all the information you get. There's stables to your left. It looks like there's stairs leading up to the walls, 30 feet up to your right. And then in the middle is a statue of a Valkyrie-esque looking person with that once again, like kind of like weird that you saw a bunch of god stuff earlier, and now you're seeing that with a mantle of feathers, and a like just stark white looking porcelain, like a face that is just blank, but with a
Felix
mantle.
is gonna
of
walk
feathers.
around the statue, just shaking his head. This is not good. This will not do. We need statues of ourselves.
Okay. How close to the statue do you get?
Right next to it. I touch it. I reach out and touch it.
Okay, as you touch it,
Mhm.
it starts animating.
Cool.
Nice.
I mean, I knew something bad was gonna happen when you asked. Like, you just asked the question, so you know.
I did not tell you to go walk around the statue.
I'm. Why do you think I said? Yeah, I touch it.
Yeah, I'm just.
We're playing into the bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It becomes alive and says, "Trespassers must leave."
Nope, we own this. We own this place. Pull out the
Okay.
deed.
Got the paperwork right here.
You throw out the deed. Okay, it looks at the deed. It cannot read.
I'm gonna read the deed to the statue. I can read.
Mortal paperwork.
40 pages
does not-
long. We take a
It
short
responds
rest.
to you. Mortal paperwork does not change what fate has decided.
Sounds
Make
like
make an intelligence check. Or what did you say, Carrick?
I was gonna say, I mean, fate decided that we get this paperwork.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make an intelligence check, Felix. With 13, you do put together this probably will go to authority, but the deed is not the object that says you own this place.
Look, okay. Well, what do we need to do to prove that we own this joint?
It does not. It is not responding at this point. It gave
Okay.
you 2 sentences, and it pulls its sword down, and people can roll initiative.
Sick. Okay. Well, I'm gonna position myself closer to this thing.
Yeah,
Even though I don't
put
want
yourself
to.
where you think you would be.
I'd be like right here. Only because I think that makes sense.
My God. Ow!
It doesn't look like that. It looks much more like Slender and Valkyrie-esque, but that is what the stone golem token looks like.
Fucking golem again.
When you got mad about the golem the last time, I'm like, I just like, well, hell.
It'd be really great if we could
I'm
tame
not
this.
mad.
And
It's just funny. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
man,
yeah,
like,
that's,
have we fought every type of golem there is? No, obviously no. But
there is one golem you have not fought after this one. You have fought a flesh golem, a clay golem, and then there's a stone golem and a steel golem.
oh, we'll get to it.
You don't want to fight a steel golem.
I don't want to fight any of them. But
I
here we
have
are.
a feeling lightning bolts will do a lot to a steel golem, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Hold on, I need to open up this character sheet. Nope. Layers.
By the way, I would have relayed that I saw a green something or other in the tower.
Yeah, everyone. If I tell you something, unless you specifically tell me you don't tell
okay.
people, I assume that you told other people.
That's fine. I just want people to be aware, to be on the lookout for something like that. And now we have an elk that can fucking like what?
Yeah, I'm rolling for the elk right now.
Okay, so
Charge!
Charge.
Here, 1 second.
Gore with their antlers. I don't know.
How do we? I guess we'll talk about this after we kill it, but it'd be really dope to have this guard our castle if we're not here, but not if it's dead.
Well, yeah, you know. Sorry. We'll leave. Can we tell it we'll leave and then we leave? I don't think that'll work.
You can
We're
run.
here now. We're here now.
There's
Yeah.
lots of options. You can do whatever you would like. Hold on. Turn tracker. Is everyone's correct in the turn tracker? Because I probably have everyone's last.
Mine looks right.
Yeah, see, the weird thing about this is that I get all of your last ones. It doesn't clear out.
Mine's my new one.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
the
when-
DMs.
it's
The
only the
DMs.
DM.
Oh,
It keeps
you
the
see
last one.
different ones? That's weird.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason, but I haven't been able to figure out the reason for it.
It's weird. I
It's
didn't
probably
understand
because if you
it
do like
until...
a phase fight or something, it's
Yeah,
like, well, you're
that's
out of
what I think
initiative.
is like, yeah.
But then you go to a new room. You're like, we're just gonna keep the same initiative, and then you go again or something.
That's probably like in case you rolled a different initiative. It doesn't want you to replace it because you might have misclicked or something like that. Anyways, that makes it. Oh, Stone Golem, you need a turn. What do you think it's? What is a Stone Golem's dexterity?
-1.
Yeah, probably.
I have no idea.
Stone Golem.
Can't be that good, can it?
Stone Golem Sentinel. I should have used this guy.
It's too late.
I know it's way too late. I just want to know what the difference is. I got the free gift was like the monster manual expanded, so it has like just better versions of. Nope, we didn't want to fight this guy. You don't need to fight something that has 256 hit points. He has a plus -1.
Nice.
And 2 - 1 is 1. Okay, Christopher, you're up. As this all starts, it looks at you. Intruders must leave. Prove you belong.
All right, so
Morally demands.
you're on our property. Get the fuck out. I'm just doing mine as usual. Yeah.
just the good old. Are you gonna rage first?
Oh yes. Yes. Oh, do I get those
You're
back?
probably-
in rests?
You do not get rages back at short rests.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna be annoyed. I annoy.
I'm not raging. I'm annoyed.
Yeah, this is an annoyed attack.
That's the barbarian version of I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
All right, reckless. Nope, no rage. Sorry,
That's fine.
that button.
That does
So
hit. Yeah, that hits. Both of those hit. So what? That's 20, 37. Jesus Christ, you guys. That's just a wild amount of damage. Yeah, you hit your hammer into it once and kind of like grabs it and throws it off and points its sword at you. And then you hit it again and it does the same thing. It's like, just leave. Felix, that's your turn.
Okay, I am gonna back up.
Are you disengaging?
Yeah. Well, I have.
You have to attack first to get your mobile thing.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna disengage then.
Okay.
That's bonus action, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move to like here, and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Roll 2 attacks.
One
Hits.
and
Ah, shit. Felix pissed off about this. Okay, yeah, both of those, this rocket, like, what color is your Eldritch Blast? I think we've talked about this. But
It's purple. It's the same
It's-
color as me.
It's yeah, essentially like just a energy, sparkly version of Felix shooting out, hitting this thing. Like you see, like it almost like blasts off a corner of its of this like feathered pauldron made of stone that it has. And then its attention is now turned to you and is staring at you. And says, "Prove." It asks, it kind of like is repeating these same things. Prove you belong or leave. Okay, that is the end of Felix's turn. Carrick, your turn.
Can I just say, how do we prove we belong? Can I ask this?
Yeah. Is that what, if you want to use your action to do that, you can ask.
Sure.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah, okay.
Or needs a hand with something. I'll be your B.
What do we get? We got a tile or something? No. Card.
Yeah, we got like a title saying like.
Well,
you know,
didn't we
You
also
got a
get a
deed.
card?
a deed?
What's
Yeah.
the card that she gave us too? It was like from the deck of whatnot, whatever. That's where she got it. The gentleman.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
I will say that is incredibly familiar. Yes, you were given a card specifically with a throne and a crown on it. Some of this is like, it's hard, like you want it to be dice rolls, but also you just want to make sure people remembered things.
I mean, remembering things like that's just being good at the game.
Yeah. So I would like to
write that
challenge
down?
the players and the characters.
I didn't
I mean,
write
this is my
anything down.
order of operations: is hit something, then try to remember something. See
Yeah,
if it
that's-
literally jogs my memory hitting something.
Oh
Because
wait, no,
as
I
a
do
player,
have it. I
can
do have it.
remember everything, but I remember most things, but I do not remember names. I know in our Curse of Straw game, I do not know one person's name.
I have it written down. The
You
tarot
have that?
card.
Got a card? Okay.
Yep. With
Well,
a crown
there's
and a
no-
throne that shows the word the owner of Harrow Hall.
Yep. There's still the rest of this turn. So
Yeah.
Carrick, you say that, and you
Yep.
persuade it, and I will say all of that, and me telling you exactly that is kind of the gist of what the golem tells you. Is that it repeats kind of its same thing. No mortal paper lays claim to this place. And you guys all hearing that, put together like, oh yeah, we own this by law of Zadash, but we also own this by law of a magical deck of cards. So you still have your bonus action.
Do we have that card still?
Oh yeah. But I think I have it. It's tucked away. I remember
Yeah,
now.
you
I
your
tucked it
mom
away in
stowed
my-
it into your-
yep.
Sure.
Yep.
I guess I'll just yell to him, just be like, show her the card.
Okay. And yeah, I'll say that's your action and bonus action.
Okay.
Giant Elk's turn. The owner of the giant elk. Muted. Okay.
Just charge. Yeah, why not?
Just
Charge it.
Just-
See if we can tip it over.
So it'll charge straight through. Like, what's its movement speed? To hit it, it needs a movement speed of 45 to go around. It can get there, or it can go straight through you and Fel.
60 feet of speed.
Okay, yeah, it can do its charge. It runs up to the side of this stone golem. What is a charge from a giant elk?
Actions. Ram. Melee weapon attack. +6 hit.
Okay, roll a d20 plus 6. If you actually just click ram, it should roll it for you.
Negatory.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's only its saves it can do.
So I double clicked it in the first one. Or,
So 11 plus 6?
11 plus 6, yeah.
Oh, okay. What is a stone golem's AC? 17, so it just hits.
2d6 plus 4.
Okay, so 8 points of damage. And is there any other effect from it?
Just bludgeoning damage. I could do hooves.
Oh, okay. It doesn't, like, the ram doesn't cause it to, like, be knocked prone or anything?
Just, yeah, no, just says.
Just an attack.
It looks like the hooves might do prone.
Okay. Yeah, so that ends your turn, and that brings it to Fell's turn, but I think is TJ back? No, he's not. You can just wait a second. So Jake, we were talking about other crazy sports things. The fact that Oklahoma's softball four-peated
It's nuts.
is
Absolutely insane.
astounding.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
That's
I don't know. I think I told you. USA Wrestling has qualified all their weights for.
Yeah, then that guy had to win like 75 matches in a row.
Yeah. He had to win. I think like 4 or 5 matches in a row after losing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we have a really good shot at meddling.
I'm meddling in every
most of the weights. I think we have
weights.
I think we have a good shot at gold at least 2.
Is it in freestyle or in
freestyle? Greco-Roman, nobody pays attention to.
Yeah,
Nobody cares about that.
No one cares about this thing that you must stand up the whole time.
Yeah, it's very cool if you're into it, but it's also really, really boring to watch. Like wrestling, if you don't like wrestling, is boring to watch for most people.
It's until you understand how scoring works and that. It's the same as any sport. Once you know how scoring works, and you get to like interject yourself into it, then it becomes fun.
Exactly.
Speaking of. That was a question that we were at a birthday party, so all the parents were standing there, and they said, "This was my icebreaker question at work this week. What Olympic sport do you think you'd lose the least at?"
If we were to actually do it?
Yes.
Against Olympians or against
an Olympian?
Oh, 0.
I think it's which one would I not like be mortally injured from, which is probably most of them.
Yeah. I think having watched the bottom dregs of swimming, I could beat one person at swimming. No, I know. So
maybe with some training.
So so part of that is because there was a guy that swam for his country. He qualified because his country didn't have any other qualifiers. He swam the 100 freestyle in 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Is this the one a while ago? And he went up in the heat and everybody disqualified from like false starts. Yep. Yep, I remember.
Everyone in his country did not qualify because of rules, and then he went and swam a 136 or something in a race that takes 55 seconds.
Yeah, that's
tops. Not even 50 seconds. So that's what I said, swimming if that guy's there. And she said that at their work everyone said badminton. And I'm like,
That's
absolutely
like
not.
not at
No
all.
way.
Yeah.
And my
You
first
are-
brain was ping pong, and I was like, no, all those guys would kill me.
I just
Yeah,
remember
no,
you.
both
I
of
think we were
those-
all.
Clarification: is it lose the least or win the most?
Lose the least.
Lose the least. So, what sport has the
Biggest
most
chance,
like
most luck?
disqualifications and injuries, and you just have to finish?
A lot of people said team sports so that they would just sit on the bench and win.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
You're not- if you're not-
flag football. Depends on what position you have to play.
So TJ brought up, he brought up ping pong, and I just thought of the time we were in Sun Valley. We played those guys, and we thought we were good at
foosball?
foosball. I was like, that is what it would be like going to play ping pong at the Olympics. It's like, oh yeah, I'm good, and you just get fucking.
You are
These two guys,
you are just at
they
a
are the
different
best
level.
foosball players I have ever seen.
Yeah, when they're able
Foosball
to catch it and like make moves and just like, yeah, there's a different level to foosball that's just like beyond my
These
brain's
guys
capability.
these guys- because you and Jeff are pretty good.
Yeah,
And these guys skunked you through like 6 games.
Like,
where
yeah,
I
they
had to buy
crushed
them
us.
multiple beers.
they crushed us.
They felt bad after the second one when I brought their second beer. Like, we're just playing for fun now, guys. Like, we'll sit here and just drink for free the rest of the night. I was
Sure.
buying like Jenny Light, so didn't really matter.
There are some things you're not supposed to be good at, though.
Yeah,
Football is one of those. It doesn't.
I'm awful at table games. So I don't ever play. I just root for my friends.
We played a lot of pool. That's a
Oh,
table
actually,
game.
we got pretty good at pool.
We had decent at pool.
We got
I would
decent.
say I would not say good.
But we got good on a regulation table, on a 9-foot table. Going and playing on a bar table got hard because we're like, this is too small.
Yeah.
So 4 o'clock. There's always like 3:30. We go play 2 games of pool. I did bowl a 196 yesterday.
No, nice.
That is something I'm actually getting good at.
Is Bondwood? You go to Bondwood still?
Bondwood rules.
Because that place is still cheap. Everywhere else is like Fat Cats.
Yeah.
Everywhere around here is like Fat Cats, and it's like
Yeah.
I would love just a bowling alley that is $6 to play for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Plus,
So
another
yeah.
$5 for shoe rental or something.
Bondwood 2 games for the 3 of us is $30.
Yeah,
That's $5 a game. And yeah, I should just go there on my lunch break and just
start getting
like,
good. Join a
start getting
bowling
good.
league.
That was actually,
is a bit older. I want
One of my favorite classes. I took up. I did the bowling class at the Union Bowling Alley, so I got like to go bowl. It's a class. Wild.
That's all.
I always thought about doing that, but I never did.
It was good. It was good.
Well, TJ, you are up. I don't know if you heard what we had talked before, but between Carrick's persuasion check and that, you figured out maybe showing the card to this thing will do the trick.
The card. Okay.
So you guys
You're
have a
not, don't.
card.
I wouldn't even worry about it because it's sewn into my.
Yeah.
Like.
I just want him to have all the information that you
Yeah. I'm just letting it. Like, I wouldn't worry so much about the card.
Yeah.
Just do what you're gonna do.
It is barely Fell's day. Fell does not, like, you swing your sword in and then you're like, I'm hitting fucking stone, and you feel as it like reverberates in your hand, and so you take it and like maybe the other side and swing and hit it against the side, and so that first one does not hit. The second one, however, does, and weirdly the electricity works on it. I don't know how it doesn't have. Let me just double check real quick. Nope, it is just fine against electricity, made of stone, but it's almost like its head tweaks, like whatever like arcane energy putting this together. The little bit of electricity tweaks it out, but it, yeah, it takes that damage and looks down. As you've seen, like in each time it's been hit, its focus changes as it like goes from one to the other, and then it's intently staring at you now, Fel. And now that it is its turn, it is going to you watch its jaw open, and out of it comes this like there's there's a mist that's on the ground here, but this is like a blue mist comes out in a to all of you. It spreads across this everything. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Christopher will have
Baseline
plus.
is a 9.
Christopher will have plus to his.
Christopher gets +3, so he's.
What is the elk's? What is the elk's wisdom?
Oh, an elk. Yeah, what's the elk's wisdom?
+2. They're wise old creatures.
They're wise old creatures. Yeah, roll a d20 +2. Nah, it fails. All of the two people in the back, you feel this lethargy come over you. Like you try to like kind of like get out of the way, but as like this like small scent of kind of rot hits your nose, you start moving at a slower pace. You are considered slowed. So since then, because of that, your speed is halved. You cannot make more than one attack on a turn. You can only use an action or a bonus action. And if you cast a spell that requires one action, you must roll a d20. If it's under 10, you have to, it doesn't go off until the next turn. So you're considered slow. The other two of you pass it. 29 wisdom save is just fucking annoying. That is literally passes anything. And then it's going to take a punch attack against the two people in front of it. So one against each of our beefy boys. We'll say that.
So wait, the elk is passed out?
The elk is slowed.
Okay.
So that's not gonna hit. 14 plus 10, 24 will hit you, Christopher. And that is this many damage. Uh, 5, 10, 15 plus 6, 21 points of damage as the Valkyrie statue swings by and like glances off against Thel's new nice armor, and then looking back, just punches you in the face. just doesn't even like take back its sword, and you have a stone fist about the size of a basketball hit you in the face. That brings it to your turn, Christopher.
So did I heard the card was a thing, and now realize I done goofed.
Yeah, you have the knowledge that we think the card is a thing.
I'm going to prepare an attack if that doesn't work.
Okay, so holding your attack.
Yeah.
Okay, Felix, that's your turn. Or do you have any bonus action you want to do, Christopher? or movement?
I'm just gonna cry a little bit with that punch. that nose tears, like
Yeah, that you're tearing because you can't help yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
Just said movement is halved.
Movement is halved. And you can only take an action or a bonus action, and you can only attack once. And if you're casting a spell, that is an action, there's some other rules.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna walk, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20-ish feet. As I'm walking, I'm gonna reach into my coat and take out this card, and say, this is our card showing we own this place. It's a magical card, and I just hold it out.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. This feels like it should work, but
Hey,
Yikes.
okay.
Feels like it should work. Doesn't work.
Yeah,
you
I
took it out
would
upside
say,
down or something. Like
yeah, like this should work, but there's something addled in this thing's brain. And I'll say even with your natural one, and because you put it together as players, this will work. It just might take a bit of time because this thing is not fully composed as it should be.
Okay. Let me ask them. Is this considered an action to show it this, or is that just like an object interaction? Like, how are
I'll
we
say
going
it's
to
an
rule?
object interaction to you still. I'll still, even though you're slowed, I'll give you. You could do something else.
Can I cast a spell?
Roll a d20 to see if it goes off now or later.
Okay.
So 1 to 9, it will go off at the beginning of your next turn. 10 to 20, it goes off now.
Damn it.
Son of a bitch, dude. Them's the breaks. Well, but still say, what are you?
I'm gonna cast Mind Spike on this thing, which is a DC 13.
Okay. So that will go off at the very beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
can I take my attacks then?
Up to you. If you see that not work, you can choose to let your reaction fizzle or attack.
No, I'm mad. I'm not. I'm.
You're mad at
You're not
me taking the
raging.
aggression out because I wasn't persuasive enough.
I think your natural one was you took the card out and then you like held it up and realized you had dropped it on your way over. Okay, those are both hits. You're just wailing at this thing using your might. There are definitely some chips like flying off as these big hammer swells. Like the heat of the hammer almost like melts a bit of the rock and it turns into glass. That's not how anything works, and as you hit it, it like chips it away. Yeah, Garrick, your turn.
I would like to cast Bigby's hand and use it to try to grapple the thing.
Okay. Just so you know, grappling just reduces its movement unless it's also restrained.
It doesn't like restrain it.
No, so grapple and restrained are two different conditions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
that's
But I don't know what Big B's hand can totally do. I don't know if it could grapple it and try and move it as well. Like lift it up into the air.
I mean, I think it can push it. I don't know if it can lift it.
Yeah, I would say it probably would have to grapple it, and then its next turn it could try to lift it. But
I see. Nah.
oh, and Felix, make wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn to see if you escape the slow. You don't. The dice are just rude sometimes.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, well then.
It feels unfair.
I mean, it is. Like, that's what it is. Like, if this was supposed to work without a dice roll, it would have just worked.
It's
but-
either unfair to us or unfair to whatever creatures you roll out in front of us that we blast in the face. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
unfair to somebody, no matter what happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, but they are things on a piece of paper. You are real humans, and it makes me feel bad.
I would never feel bad about making me roll a dice and it being a bad result. Like, it's, if my character dies, he dies. That is how I play the game. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay, instead I'm gonna use polymorph.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to turn it into a rabbit.
Okay. If you're gonna try and turn it into a rabbit, roll d20 to see if your spell goes off.
If my spell goes off.
Because you're slowed.
Oh, I thought I saved. No,
Did you?
you said 2 of us saved.
No, Christopher and because Christopher got the +3 from.
Oh, I was not thinking about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you have to roll
Duh. Okay.
roll a d20. You want above 10. 14. You cast your spell, and I would say the moment you cast the spell, you have a memory that, oh, this is a construct. Generally, they were made by magic and can't change their form.
Oh.
So it has the ability, not an ability, trait of immutable form. The golem is immune to anything that would alter its form.
Dumb.
That's just them's the breaks.
Well, that was a waste.
So, giant elk's turn. It's slow, or any bonus action or movement. Thel, or not Carrick.
Let's see. So I guess the hooves. Wait, so I don't understand. I can't tell if this is a typo. Melee weapon attack +6 to hit, reach
Yes.
5 feet. 1 prone creature. Is it on prone creature? It's a hit.
Let me bring up.
It looks like one seems to be wants to be on prone creature. Or does it just, if it hits, it gets it prone?
So I'm just going to say, so part of its charge, the thing needed to make a DC 14 strength save, which it gets, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. When I
So
see
it
that.
is not prone, so you would have to use your ram. The hooves can only be used on a prone creature.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
Like, that's what it means by it says one prone creature. It has to be on the ground, and then you take your hooves and go.
Got it. Okay.
So you ram it.
Wait, so yeah,
Try-
straight. Yeah, so wait, so I guess I should try a charge.
Yeah. Oh, well, you would have to move away from it.
Oh,
You just, like, roll around and try to hit it.
oh.
Which you can do, but you'll just take an attack opportunity.
Sure.
It's kind of wild. This elk knows 3 languages.
It is a
Yeah,
magical elk.
can't speak it, but does know 3 of them. So you are going to try and charge?
No, I'll just try and hit it. I guess I'll just do ram again.
Okay.
That's D20, right?
Yep. D20 plus 6.
Well,
that doesn't work. It now without like the full like run up to hit it, it just kind of like hits its antlers against it, and like one little piece of it just chips off because it's just hitting a piece of stone. So
right now its goal is to just take one for the team. So
take one for the team. Okay. That brings it to Fell's turn. You watched Felix try to persuade it with the card, but was bumbling the card, so wasn't quite
What,
able to succeed in it.
What's its size difference relative? Is it much larger than me? Is it similar in size to me?
1 second, let's see. I would say it's probably like 8 to 10 feet tall. So about 2 to 4 feet taller than you, somewhere in there.
Just trying to decide if like wrestling it was worth it, or probably not. It seems too large. I doubt I could restrain it on my own.
Wait, what? It is considered one size category than you are. So even at your side, you could try to wrestle it. You could try to push it. You could try to do that. It's not so big right now that even at your current size, you couldn't do those things.
All right, yeah, I'll just try and like grapple it, like hold it back, and like restrain it a little bit.
Okay, make a athletics check.
Are we supposed to be redoing our saving throws every turn?
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll your saving throw for your spell, or for the slow. That is tied. You guys are kind of like holding each other's hands, trying to maneuver. But it is able to just move you away enough. That would be considered one of your attacks. So if you want to try again, you can.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Or you can take your sword and attack.
Nope, that's worse.
But geez, Maurice, dude. Yeah, you are no longer slowed, Carrick.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a 21 on its side. So you're trying to like grapple this thing, but it's just slightly too big for you to get what you want. Any bonus action you want to take? Fail.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm good. That's all I got.
Okay. That brings it to the stone golem's turn. It's going to roll to see if it recharges its slow breath. It does not. So it is going to take a big old punch on the elk. What's the elk's AC? Is it less or more than 17? Yeah, so it takes 5, 11 plus 6, 17 points of damage with the first punch.
That's got 42 points. That's pretty good.
And I think with its second attack, it's going to roll to see which one it attacked. That's cocked. That's a... okay, it's going to attack the elk again. That hits. It takes another 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 plus 6 is 22 points of damage to the elk.
Is that total or
what?
How much total is that?
22 plus 15. So 37.
Right. It's still holding on. It's got 5 points left.
Okay. Good job, elk.
Good job, Elk.
Christopher, your turn.
So he just dropped, Felix just dropped the card or something?
I I think what more happened is he was bumbling going up to it. So like he didn't get to do a good presentation. Like the ripping it out of his jacket took a second and it fluttered out.
We got the sense that was starting to work, or I still don't.
Yeah. Make a perception check. Or an insight check. What's your insight bonus?
It was a 22, so I'll just take that.
Yeah. What? I'm just wondering, what is your? I should have said insight. What's your insight bonus?
Insight is +1.
+1, so 17. So you would say that, like, noticing that it just attacked the elk. After this, you think that this would work. It's a little addled now, just not quite knowing what's going on. So you would think that it would work.
All right, I guess I'll just try to help get the card out.
Okay, so you want to give the help action to Felix to help persuade that this.
Yep.
Okay. It's your turn, Felix.
Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I'm gonna cast Mind Spike.
Yeah, Mind Spike hits it.
Okay.
Or I guess Mind Spike goes off.
I'm gonna cast it at level 2. That's a DC 13 Wisdom save. Wow, I rolled that not great.
DC 13. That is a 12.
Great. And now I'm gonna hold up the card again and say, "We own this place. It's time to stand down."
Okay. The save. Is there anything else that happens besides just half damage on that, or?
Failed save. You always know the target's location.
So
Yeah, I don't think anything that. Nothing super special because there's no way this thing is going to try and hide from us.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Do I get double advantage because Christopher's helping me?
No.
God damn it. Persuasion.
Okay. 13. Its wisdom is +0. So you are holding this up and you like spike its mind and it just immediately turns to you. And you're holding the card this time not backwards and the right side up.
Oh yeah.
Hold it to it and it stops for a second. And then takes one step back onto his pedestal again and freezes back in place. And says, "Welcome, sirs. What can I do?"
You could tell us who made you animated, like who's your owner, protector, whatever.
The previous owner, Grimorley.
Okay, right on. So you belong to us now, then.
Of course, sirs.
Hell yeah. What's your name? Stony?
What's my name?
Stony.
Stony. You have Stony.
Like Tony with an S.
Tony with an S.
Tony with
Tony. So just right there, you can write that down. You have
Tony the Stony.
Tony the Stony. You have a stone golem that has 82 hit points left.
Can we heal him?
Healing a golem requires a totally different thing. Healing magic doesn't work on them. It has to be like you could use magic to repair it, but it's not a
healing spell
thing. With that, all of you guys then hear kind of a loud shriek, like a bestial shriek that I can't make with my human voice.
Hey, Stony, what's that?
And like Lokes is like, perhaps the creature that roams the woods here. I'm probably giving this stone golem more ability to speak than I should, so I'm going to say at that point, it kind of stops. Everything else has been done through like context clues, not actual words. Because right here it says understands the languages of its creator, but can't speak. And
you
didn't
broke
like
that rule. Yeah, so you broke that immediately.
Yeah.
Gonna change that.
It had like a vocoder on its side that was playing these phrases.
Nice. I'm into it.
So what I would say is it like gives you that information and then points to the watchtower. So using context clues, you would say it's a beast that roams this area and lives in the watchtower, which like matches up with what you saw, some large creature coming out of the watchtower earlier. So yeah, you guys are now in the courtyard. There's the stables to your right or to your left. And there is the like a small, not even that small, like a 30-foot building, single story to your right, and then the main entrance to this keep in the center.
Can we stable our horses?
You guys run out, get your horses.
Oh,
You
that's
don't
not
care
stable.
if you move too much.
I thought that
things
was the
happen.
stables. I thought that was gonna be the stables.
No, the stables are these 5 boxes down here.
Oh.
So opened.
These down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd say each one can fit 2 of your horses, 2 of your animals. No, except for the giant moose has to take up 1 of them.
Yeah, nice.
The elk goes and herds the animals in and will
He'll give him
This is a really good elk.
It is a pretty good elk. So horse.
The next order of business is going to be to go in the watchtower, I guess.
We had what? We had 2 horses and a moose. I was going to shrink this down because do they each get their own house?
I mean, for now, why not?
Okay. Horse, and then moose. Awakened white moose. I guess that is what it's going to have to be. Which makes sense. You guys got it from the... Y'all, this moose is wild. It can straight up speak Druidic.
Which can anyone understand?
No one here can.
Just muttering to itself.
I don't even remember. Does Spud speak? Maybe he speaks Druidic.
He could speak Druidic because he is a druid.
Yeah, he's not here
yet. Do these bag of holding or these bag of tricks animals have a timer, or are they just there until they die?
Aren't they 8 hours?
I mean, yeah, he's got 5.
Yeah, I think it's after 8 hours they disappear back to the Fey realm. Because these aren't actual animals; they just are things summoned out of the Fey realm that take like the form of an animal. Same as like owl is not an owl; it's a like living sentient creature that is just summoned to be an owl. Kind of busted. Imagine that you're just hanging out at your house and they're like, hey, you gotta go be an owl for a couple days.
You just roll their eyes. Fuck again.
Fucking owl of all the animals. I think that so owls are the slowest flying creature. And the fact that Harry Potter uses them as their mail delivery is kind of funny.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. So what's the elk doing? Elk cannot fit in the stable.
I don't know. We'll just have him roam, just do a perimeter, see if he gets scooped up.
Perimeter of the inside of the house.
Interior perimeter, see if
Okay.
anything scoops him up, but it seems like stairs are involved, so.
Yeah, elk is just roaming. Just going. And you eventually lose sight as it goes to the side.
Oh, okay.
All of your animals are stabled. They're closed in. The like sliding doors that work here, you think are relatively safe. As in there, it's not just like an open window. So animals are in a safe spot. Where do you guys go next?
We're going to the watchtower. I mean, well, maybe we should try and find a place to rest at this point. Who's hurt? Who's hurting?
I could use some rages and whatnot.
Yeah, so probably after you get all your animals in here, it's definitely pushing dusk. The
So
sun's
maybe we
getting
can-
real low.
Should we sneak into whatever this area is here on the left?
What's
in here?
Yeah, you can open that door. Are you being sneaky about it or just?
Yeah, I want to be sneaky about it. Like, I want to be quiet, essentially.
Yeah, so go ahead and stealth your way over there. Just everyone roll a stealth check.
Basically, don't want to trigger
Whatever that
this
beast is.
beast until we have to. Oh my god.
Felix needs a nap. Bell, it just doesn't matter if you have disadvantage or not.
I almost thought about turning my ring on, but then I didn't. I was like, surely it'll be okay. Nope.
Yeah, you guys have had a long fucking day. Tarek, surprisingly, your day was easier than the rest of these guys. And you got attacked by a dragon. And so you're like, okay. And then just behind you, you just hear like Thel's armor is like pinching in weird places. Hadn't quite gotten used to it yet. Felix, while sneaky, like just at one part just sneezes. And however, you come up to it, you open it up, and it's an armory. You see a like well kept armory. Like it is it's cobwebbed, but really stocked well. It's full of short swords, crossbows, like could outfit probably 15-20 people with the weapons here. And there is a small in the corner a forge, like to where you could definitely be used to like probably not make a ton of stuff, but repair things. But looks safe and empty. The biggest thing you have are just some spiders in it. But if you were looking for like a place to rest, this is as safe as anywhere else.
And of course, I'll also do a tiny hut.
Yeah, if you set up the dome in here, essentially you could block off the door completely. So nothing would be able to come in without you noticing. They would try to open the door and it would just go bonk, bonk. So.
Oh, I say
probably a good place to rest, and that's probably honestly a good place to stop. So I'll just say, like, through the night, are you guys gonna stay up and take shifts? Like, you are in a closed room with no windows, so taking a shift is just listening if you want, or just pass out.
No, we'll shift it.
Okay. Yeah, so whoever, there will be 2 rests or 2 shifts. The 2 people that want to take that make a perception check. I'll just say with disadvantage because it's just hearing, not seeing, and it's hearing through a stone wall. Unless you want to go outside. You can go outside and not have disadvantage.
The first one.
10, yeah, through the night, that sucks. That was a natural 20 that you didn't get. You just hear, like, the biggest, don't hear a ton. You relatively obvious, you do hear the footfalls of some sort of large creature kind of crunching in the snow, but nothing crazy. And then if there's someone else that wants to take a watch, they can. Another just, yeah, with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
So same thing. You hear something crunching around in the snow, but can't quite place where it would be. But you know there's some beast that lurks in this area. Actually, I would say you hear the and kind of why you then aren't as sure. You hear just the straight murder of an elk.
Oh, nice.
And then some crunching around. But it wasn't a very satisfactory meal for whatever it is, because when those things die, they just poop into non-existence. So, and then you just hear like kind of a disgruntled like move around, but it's off-putting enough to where you're kind of like, fuck this, I'm going to sleep. Yeah, you always all get a long rest.
So we get half our hit dice back, right?
If you hit the long rest button, I think it should do all that math for you, but if it doesn't,
I don't know where that is anymore.
I went from 4 to 9 when I clicked it. I don't know if that's, yes, half my hit dice is total is 10. Yeah.
10, yeah.
I thought it was going to be half of the expended, not half of the total. So that's why I
half
thought
of
it's
your total hit dice.
Half of the expended would be weird because then you would like never be full again.
Yeah, unless you only expended 1 because you would round up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
well, it would take several long rests to get them all back if you did it that way.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Jesus.
you survived, y'all. You're in your keep.
Oops. Sorry about that.
It is fine.
What do you mean it is fine?
It's a keep with a golem guard. It's pretty awesome.
A golem guard that
We just fucked up for.
you guys thought paperwork was more important than magical cards. But well, cool. Yeah. I'm glad you guys didn't have to go through all those other traps, except for the glue trap I thought was funny. But we skipped it. Okay, I guess other than that, do we want to pick a next date? I am good anytime after the 30th. Yeah, quite literally any Sunday after starting on the 30th of June, I'm good for. So
maybe the 7th.
Yeah, we can do the 7th. 7th is good.
Okay.
7th is good with everyone
Yeah, I think
else.
14th through probably at least the 21st. No go for me. So.
Yeah. Okay, let's plan on the 7th.
Alrighty.
That's good. Thanks for running.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Holy, now I have to go out into the heat.
I'm debating on taking the kids to the pool or like